Yeah, come on. Haven't you guys heard before? What's going on, guys?
Wow. What a midday to trade. Everything trading today, man. Small caps, large caps, hims, hers, quantum names.
So many opportunities.
This and that. Apple, we just... I put this going and Joe almost lost his mind. He loves the face slap of there. But anyways, yeah, great times had. And today, SMCI, the most recent victim right now, as we shorted that at VWAP. And again, a good little trade there. SMCI $1.50 in the money. Okay. And we just put this on at 1 o'clock and we were, you know, yelling and shouting about it on midday too. So thanks to Sharif for covering that for me. But there it goes, man. Nicely done right back into the low of the day. SMCI. We'll wait to see if they come through with their report tonight. Big time reporting tonight. We're going to talk about all of the names as we get ready to rock and roll. It should be a good one. First, solar. I heard some people talking about that should be on watch as well. SMCI trying to get a little lower right now as we speak. And then Apple. Oh boy, we put on, again, part of it was frustration. We got stopped out there a little bit. We bought it right back there the last time at 245, and then it was just like smooth sailing, man. Obi came back here. I guess he went for a little bit of a walk or whatever you had done there. And I said, dude, like, look at my net now and compared to what it was. And I was like, yeah. He's like, what? And then I said, look at this. He's like, he said, Apple got up to 250. And I'm like, yeah, it actually touched it. Our best outs there in the 70s, but at the end of the day, nice downside push here for Apple AAPL. So, our upside push, but down there. And I put on here now, I put some RSIs, so I want to try to be able to watch out for this. The shaded blue area is going to be overbought. Shaded blue area on the bottom is going to be oversold. So I'm going to be starting to watch out for some of this. Indicated huge overbought territory, both right here on this momentum to the upside, that first little swing, and then again, it hung out up here for a minute. I was not using this at all to get out. I called this up after because I was like, I can't just keep on YOLOing and being like a hero about all these plays. I need to be making the right ones, not the wrong ones, because all you do is cover up your mistakes when it goes back up to the upside. I'd rather this be a win rather than, oh my God, we saved ourselves. It should be, yes, that's a great trade. So we'll watch out for that. And then let me check this. I didn't even look at what this looked like on AMD. So there's the stop out there. Oh, I laugh, but I laugh and cry at the same time. As there's the stop out, and then this happens. So, no extreme shaded areas here yet on AMD, but yeah, fun times about. I know you were working with some intel.
Yeah, no, those can definitely be tough, but shout out to Sean for some awesome trading there, coming back in the midday.
Not really.
And yeah, solid hold there on Apple. And yeah, sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's better if you just don't look at the position and just let the position work.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those can be really, really good. I'm trying to dabble in some intel here. Let's see what happens. But the market taking a little bit of a turn here. We talked about getting to the 21,200 earlier on this morning, and 21,200 we got to, and a little bit of a wash, a little bit of a chop around there as of right now with the market turning. So we did revert about 50%-ish, a little bit more on the spider. Taking a little bit of a slowdown now. Remember, we saw what happened yesterday going into the close, a little bit of selling stepping into the market. Again, let's see if we get more of the same. It seems like sellers are definitely very, very dominant in this market, and when selling happens, it can get a little volatile, it would seem. So let's see what the market has in store for us. But right now, we got the rundown.
Welcome to the Afternoon Rundown, everyone, the show where you decide what we talk about every afternoon. The big boys are locked and loaded, and they're ready to look at the tickers as decided by you. But the only way to get your tickers up there is to join Joe and I on the How to Trade show during the midday and get into that chat and vote for your favorite tickers. But you've got to be a subscriber in order to vote, in order to engage in general in the chat. So make sure you're liking, subscribing, and sharing. Here's a look at the triple Qs. The NASDAQ faring the worst right now out of the four major averages, down over 1%. A bit of a tougher look for all the major averages except the Dow. The Dow's up a fifth, while the ES is down half and the Rust down about 0.4. So not a bad look today for small cap gappers. Tesla, though, wow. We were this close to getting short sale restricted. We could, again, it's down 9%, didn't quite trigger. When we got down into that $300 level, we're back there, guys. It looks as if market share really dipping here, whether it's in Europe, North America, or in China. Year over year in January, Tesla sales were down. A lot of that has to do maybe with the Model Y refresh. Nonetheless, though, it's not a good headline, guys.
All right, so we have SMCI and Tesla. So we'll talk about SMCI first. All right. So 10K. Let's find out if they file tonight, right? They have the restriction, so we'll see tonight if it comes through. We were very, very patient with SMCI here today. It made this huge move, obviously, off the open. We had talked about that. The whole market sort of went upside down there. And then all of a sudden, boom, we came right back into VWAP. And I was just looking for something to trade at this point. It's not like I was specifically waiting for this setup. I was searching around, VWAP scanner came through, and I was like, you know what? I mean, if this is going to be a trade, let's try to put it on. This stop right here was about 15 cents, to be honest with you. It was just a little bit of a break above this $48 mark, and that's where we're short. So we got 47.96. I can tell you where the stop is. Fair, 48.16s. So we gave itself 20 cents, and it went into the money more than $2, and we are starting to cover as well. So SMCI is just a big trade for me again there today. It's part of climbing back. Let's see what they wind up doing here. I have to call it up on the e-signal charting. Make sure you do scan that QR code right there on your screen, and you can get, in my opinion, the best charting available right now for 1 month for free, by the way. You might as well scan that if you can. There's e-signal right down here. So, there's the pre-split. What a year it was for SMCI, of course, and then bye-bye Deloitte and Touche or whatever it was, who were their accounting firm. There was Hindenburg reports. It might not have been them, but it was, at the end of the day, it was a short seller report all the way back in. We did come back up to 48. So this is kind of where the fun started, right here at $48 when it opened up, gap down to 32 that very next day, and then made that low. It looks like $17 just after, a month after the 10-to-1 split. We get short seller report. Then we get the low of the year right here at 17.25. And then look at this, like right into here. And like I said, if we can just use this and zoom in here a little bit, there it is right there, right? So this is that little drop-off spot. There we are getting back into it at that top at 48, and then there's the drop down again. So if we zoom this back out, go like this, go like that, and now we look at where we're short, there's 48. So at the end of the day, it all makes sense. It all comes home. And let's see if SMCI can get a little bit lower. I think it's worth holding it into the close. If you've made profit on this name, congratulations. But it looks like it's getting a little weaker right now, SMCI. So we'll figure it out. Obi, I only have 15% left of this trade. So nice downside push right there. Randy, get over here. Nice little move there to the downside right now. Thank you for the coffee, Randy. Chin chin.
Nice.
Gotta roll up our rims.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, no, it's electronic. Remember.
What are you hoping for?
It was a grill.
No, you got to.
There's the electric Volkswagen, right?
They have the roll up.
The ID Buzz.
Ooh.
I don't like that car.
What's,
my wife was
what's
like,
the
let's
buzz
get one of
about
those.
The van.
It's a
Yeah, no, I know.
bus.
Okay, it's an actual bus?
No, but it looks
van.
like it's like those.
Like an EV van.
You know those shag wagons? Never heard.
You mean
of
the
that?
mystery machine?
Scooby-Doo.
I mean what I mean. I don't know what I don't know what you mean
boy.
exactly there.
Like, I don't know. It sounds like something that was popular in like the 60s and the 70s.
Correct. And so how old do you
Okay.
think I am?
Well,
Shaggy carpets, maybe then. No, the ID Buzz is like it's like a rectangle basically. Here, was it here?
Okay, yeah.
Isn't there a picture of it on here? It's this, man, right there.
Let's play on the cup and
There, see? There's
Okay.
right there. It's like that little bus.
I didn't know that
Play on
that
the
was
cup
a model
and on the
that,
app?
Volkswagen.
Oh, you
Oh,
want
that
me to
one
show?
right there, she's saying.
roll
Yeah.
here. Right there. Look at that.
Sure, I mean, I can also just call it up and like literally just show the picture on the air.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, now it's Tesla? Am I seeing things? What just happened?
It's changed to Tesla, but yeah, SMCI, it's holding VWAP, so we were looking for that continuation short. I was like, all right, 50 might be interesting. 50 got knocked off of the open, and a little bit of a retest into VWAP. So VWAP's been holding on this ticker since then. So yeah, definitely giving opportunities. I've been kind of watching it, but again, like I said, my plan in the morning honestly was wait till the news kind of comes out. If and when it does, then maybe let's see how it reacts to take a piece off of this ticker. So far, nothing yet on the 10Q, or was it the 10K? The 10K, and yes.
The filing.
Still waiting for that one here on
TP is upset that you don't have a coffee, but as we've always said, we're always asking, going out, getting coffees. We have coffee here. I think you're more of a tea guy in the afternoon.
No, I like
coffee. You want a coffee?
I'm gonna go grab one in a little bit. I'm good for now. I just had my lunch, and just chilling on some water for now. But Tesla though, chopping up that 300. We talked about that 300. Had some trades on Tesla here. I was like, all right, well, we're holding below 305s, if you guys can see right here. So we're holding below 305. So I was like, all right, well, I want to take some inventory into 300 because I think that's a high probability, in my opinion. I don't know if I was going to be right or wrong, but clearly I risked way too tight. I tried multiple times, but the thing is, Sean, I didn't really give it the proper risk. If I'm like, the risk is to 305s, I'm not giving it to 305s. I get stop. Finally kind of works, paste some more in, and then kind of get stopped out from the rest. But it's coming right back here to the 300, so very weak on the day is Tesla as of right now. What's up? Tesla tanks.
No, it's not even about that. Someone just said, yo, what's up, Michael Saylor? This guy's now he tweeted this out. It's just like, considering his second job to acquire more Bitcoin, you need to work little long hours to acquire Bitcoin if that's what you're rolling with.
I love that.
I just want to show you something here. This says Hims. Where are we going to go long? 35 to 36.
Where does it long?
What?
Where does it get long?
Let me just
Would you look at that?
Would you look at this? That's 36. That is 36.
Oh boy. Oof.
I used to like that little graphic. I used to like that graphic. So in this situation, I was like, the more I wish I didn't know, because if I didn't see it, then we wouldn't be able to have such regret.
Oh my
such
God.
regrets.
Such regrets.
Oh, no, it's all good. No, because
some regrets on this Intel right now.
Yeah, someone had asked about why didn't OB cover because it went to 36, and I was like, well, I mean, to me, I was like, that was the level that I had written down, and we hadn't discussed HIMS yet or anything like that. So I was like, it didn't go to 36, did it? Like, there's no way, because we should have had it.
I'm saving this one for the mock.
But we do not. The mock, the market on close.
We'll see what happens.
Not just a pretty face over here. Sharif?
Yes, sir. All right. Alibaba's next, Sean. It's relatively strong compared to the market. Most ADRs are on the day. It's up 3.9%. Yesterday, it had its worst day selling off since 2022 when these Chinese ADRs were at risk of being delisted under the previous administration. Today, it recovers a little bit, but not even halfway of where we were yesterday. It looks like they're doubling down, though, guys, on their AI with their Qwen 2.5. Also, they've got that association with Apple Intelligence that should be launching in the spring.
All right, Alibaba.
Well, there goes. I mean, market's cracking right now. 300 broke.
It's cracking right now. Okay, so we don't have very much of Apple left. Just before we go on, and we will talk about Alibaba. You're right here at VWAP. We had gotten out of everything. So right now I have less than 1%. It was very, very similar to what you're doing on HIMS. Just kind of holding just to screw around with. 50 period, 50 period, 50 period. I was just waiting for this, but maybe we'll just get out so it doesn't look so crazy. Right now, nice move downside for SMCI. We're talking about Alibaba though. I had covered the rest of this. I told you at 136 the other day. And that's basically where we got to today. The high is 134 and change right there on Alibaba. So just a quick little look at this name, 134.50. Again, right back into the pre-market highs. That's what got me on our friend, which used to be a friend of mine, AMD there. I still like AMD. We didn't even wind up losing that much. It was just more about the fact that we didn't hit the short the way we wanted to. But yeah, right in there into the pre-market high. So 134.50. Some of these Chinese ADRs tend to go asleep a little bit here in the afternoon, right? Yesterday, even despite that huge market sell-off at the end of the day, Alibaba only went $1. And this is at the the last afternoon. It's not much. A lot of the action off the open there. We had Jeff Mendel come through with OTC Markets talking about some of the ADRs. Well, Alibaba is one of the biggest names you can trade live right now, affecting the Chinese market. So if there was ever any tariff talk or anything like that about China, we're not expecting anything, but if there was, then Alibaba, JD, PDD, FXI would be where we'd look. So I'm always locked and loaded. We're taking a look at these every single day. For me today, we'd stayed away from Alibaba, but look at FXI same ways, right into pre-market levels again of 35.50. So again, do we like the stock? Yes, we do, but tough one to play with there, FXI today. And Alibaba.
This market, Sean, market is
you like
absolutely beautiful.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh,
finally, a trader.
Well,
no, we talk about that all the time. I always saying
beautiful.
that this is one of the better markets to trade if you are a trader, right?
This is amazing. So much opportunity, left, right, and center. I just got to get so much better, and this kind of market definitely is so motivating to kind of, we're like, I'm seeing, I have to keep continue developing skills and strategies and stuff like that, because markets like these are where they can definitely come in and shine. But yeah, Baba, kind of a consolidation here, looking distinctly different from our markets here. Again, gotta look at the Hang Seng and see what that's been doing as well. And we talk about how it's been trending up for the bigger part there on a higher time frame. Been pretty nice. And Baba holding its own, holding its VWAP, but a bit of a held offer here underneath this 134 halves kind of stands out to me. You can see multiple times we try to get up there, 134.20s, 134.30s. I don't know what specifically some of those highs are. So yeah, 134.33 this says right here. So yeah, a little bit of a held offer there. Let's see if that seller kind of steps off, or if that or whatever that is looks like a big order, or yeah, I think the best thing, the best way to see it is it's a held offer. If that seller kind of steps off, then maybe we have some more move to the upside. But yeah, Baba holding very well, holding its own. A little bit of a sell-off off the open, but held that after recovering pretty much the whole move there.
Tough day for MicroStrategies, guys. I think we're continuing to make lows, down 12 3/4 here after Bitcoin does drop below 90,000 on the back of selling overnight. There was also this headline from yesterday, a Monday Strategy. I was going to call it MicroStrategy, but Strategy announced the completion of its $2 billion offering at 0%, guys. They're not paying a coupon here. 0% convertible note due in 2030. The company raised about $2 billion after deducting fees and plans to use the funds for general corporate purposes, including the acquisition of more Bitcoin. Who's shocked by that?
All right, so we talked about this. I still think this thing's a house of cards, MSTR. I keep calling it MicroStrategy, but of course it is strategy. And it doesn't appear to be too complicated of a strategy. And that is raise capital. It's nice to see. I don't know how they're able to do that on a zero coupon bond, but okay. They did. So, nice move to the downside there today. It's scary because Bitcoin isn't down 13%, of course, but MSTR is. And pleading ignorance because I don't really know enough about, what exactly the structure and there's been a lot of papers out there trying to run down the fair market value of this thing, what exactly they're exposed to as far as Bitcoins and all that. But I'm nervous for this trade, especially if the crypto does fall apart. Like, if there is some sort of a liquidation event, and I don't know if they're scheduled to sell if it hits a certain level or what. We know the average price that they're in at is way greater than where we are right now. But we also do know that they were buying thousands of coins, much higher than where we are right now. So I get a little nervous about MSTR. I think if you are bulled up about crypto, then this is going to be a great play, right? I mean, there's no doubt about that. It's going to rally if crypto can get back there. It's definitely proven that before, and it can happen again. So I would just be nervous about it. For me, as far as shorting it, I mean, you got to take advantage of what's there, and I don't really see too much right now. I'd rather just be short underneath VWAP, and we're nowhere near there yet. That's 256, and crypto right now with IBIN. I know we're talking about MSTR here, but this just continues, man. We said we'd look at this at 87,000, and so right now you're 49, and that looks like that's been a good hold spot right there. So if you're going to trade this afternoon, just don't hold it through the bottom. That would be my advice, 48.80.
Yeah, I think a bit of a continuation on MSTR. I know that a lot of people have been looking at this breakdown right here of that 315 kind of area, some prior lows here into the 300 as well. And yeah, let's see what this low here is, 285. So that low from the end of December 2024. So last year, was that last year's low? No, it wasn't last year's low. Okay, no, never mind. I forgot how well we did in 2024. But yeah, no, breaking down some significant levels, maybe some multi-month lows there through that 300. And we've been seeing that continuation day after day. And yeah, a little bit of tailwind from Bitcoin obviously is going to push this in a little bit harder. But last Friday, along with the market and continuation on Monday, we're seeing some more continuation. So day after day, MSTR continues to sell off. Now we're trading below that 250 mark. So, oh boy, how far will we go? Take a look at the weekly real quick.
How far?
And see where that last support or resistance level might be. You can see this long consolidation that kind of lasted for, what is this, over 27 weeks right here. That high coming in just above 200. So that's about 40 points away. So, oh boy, a little bit of a push there. Let's see. Yeah, so there it is. There's that bit of a trend break here off of that acceleration that we got. So we're way below that, anchored from the highs. We're accelerating off the anchored from the highs. So yeah, lots of reasons to sell on this ticker here. Getting absolutely crushed, multi-day sell-off on MSTR.
We want to thank Obi for coming in here again, and Sharif mentioned it right off the top. Some people were wondering where Neil's at. A little under the weather. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen to my guy over here right now. But I'm not, I mean, Neil came back. He wasn't feeling kind of ways there yesterday. Just quickly, we are covering a little bit more of SMCI, as right now we're about that $2 in the money spot, and we're trying to break down through 46. So we'll take another cover right now. We do have now 10% left. We had 15. We take out 5 more. Looking to have a couple more covers down there, and then we'll see if we can hold that well, we're at 10%, so I'm not bidding anymore. I want to see if we can fade out and then take out that day's low. So I think our next bid I say not bidding anymore, but we'll bid the low. We'll bid down near $45. Hopefully we do get a little bit of a collapse there in Super Micro. It's very next. All right, let's go hear the story with Sharif, and then I'll discuss the trade.
It's a good short there, Sean. Shout out to you, my man. This was actually up 4%, believe it or not, in the pre-market. Kind of hard to believe now. We're down 10.5%. We're trying to work our way back into the lows. We're waiting for the deadline. So they still haven't filed their deadline for June quarter of last year, as well as the September quarter. There are 2 outstanding ones. The deadline is today. Don't know exactly what it is, whether it's that 4 o'clock, the closing bell, or whether it's going to be the end of the day. We'll wait and see. But here, guys, $46, barely holding on.
Obi was just like, we just talked about SMCI, but that was my bad. I skipped ahead there, so thanks, Sharif. Yeah, so I tweeted this out. We have Brian Shannon on the Tesla just broke.
Yeah,
SSR?
Tesla's SSR now.
Okay, so I thought it was, broke
to 300.
Yeah, nice little downside move right here for Tesla right now. But yeah, wow, 300 just busted itself there on Tesla. Wow. I just bought this a couple days ago, and I was like, yeah, man, we're long at 330. It's going to be a good trade. But yeah, no, not really. There it is, a nice move to the downside here for Tesla, breaking through that $300. I mean, it did it for a minute. It's just, right now it's continuing. So we did get it right there. I wasn't here the first time Tesla broke. What's on our screen still? Oh my God, we still have Robinhood. Robinhood's another name that I was trying to buy too, but I didn't, thank God. But anyways, there's that first break of 300. Obi was here, I asked him about it. I wasn't at this time. And exactly what he had mentioned was, came down, wicked down, made that way back up right there. And then now today, no problems covering it, man, at 298, 299. But then look, now it's having a problem getting back through this bottom cover right there again as well. All right. Ramin, what do you want me to do again, Ramin, if you can repeat that right now? Okay, each year, guys, check out your screen right in front of you. Each year, over 3.8 million concussions are reported in the U.S. alone, yet there is still no FDA-approved treatment. NYSD listed Oragenics, Ogen, is changing that with its first-in-class intranasal drug. We talked about this with Brett. Designed for rapid brain access. I think that's awesome if this can work. With the concussion treatment market projected to reach $8.9 billion by 2027, Oragenics is uniquely positioned to lead the way. Learn more about Oragenics today. And I was actually just doing some research and came across this right here, Ogen right here, upgrade. So there it is, man. Upgrade to market perform today from CG Capital. Current price 27. They're looking at $1 right there. You could read the full report. Go get it. CG Capital right now upgrading Oragenics. So again, just was looking around for that. I think that's pretty important. You know, relatively new stock. Get in that game right now. Oragenics. But all right. So SMCI. Yeah, look, it's deadline day.
Yep.
And I mean, we're going to find out. It's not the trade deadline day. Like that to me is a little more exciting. Like, you know, different sports trade deadline day. We've got our, you know, but at the end of the day right now, yeah, nice move down 11%. You want to talk about something getting SSR? Well, there it is as well. So yeah, it's not great, man. Not great here for SMCI, and a nice downside push there today. So I'm still in it. We still have that 10%. We talked about that, and we're just going to wait to see where it goes. I'm bidding 45, the low of the day. Come tonight, man. Join me and Adair and I and Brian Shannon. We're going to crush that after show like you've never seen before. Market recap show coming for you live at 4 o'clock. And then tomorrow, I mean, look, every market recap show I feel like is amazing because we're bringing the energy and we're doing it all for you live. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
And you're going to see a live level 2 of SMCI tonight. So I promise you that, and we'll show you how crazy that name is going to get. I'm going to break down a lot of the earnings here as we go throughout the afternoon, but SMCI definitely on watch. What you got for this?
Yeah, no, we kind of talked about this a little earlier. Trading below 50, kind of coming back into 46s. So pretty much within the range since about 11 o'clock, the range that we made from 49s to 45s and change. 44s. So still trading within that, holding VWAP as well. That's been interesting. We kind of talked about that VWAP continuing to be a level of interest kind of day after day, whether it's a little above, a little below, and the sellers stepping into it on a multi-day kind of fashion there on SMCI. But yeah, I liked the hold there. I didn't really get involved on that one there. But yeah, with the market coming down and pulling back as well, currently we've seen that the VWAP has held as a little bit of resistance, maybe some supply as well, whatever you want to call it, in and around that area. SMCI continues to be weak. We'll be waiting for that 10K to come out. If it does.
Let's go to Shreve.
Lots of negativity today, guys. Another one that's decidedly in a negative territory related to Bitcoin, of course. Here's Robinhood breaking through 46 bucks, down 8.5%. It's really as simple as that. Bitcoin down, Robinhood down. It doesn't have another headline, guys, despite the fact that the SEC dropped its case against Bitcoin yesterday. Or it's okay. Yeah, against Robinhood. Thank you.
We love Robinhood. I mean, I thank you, Ramin and Sharif and everybody. And thank you for, I mean, what a great rundown of stocks today.
Yes.
You know, it's not just like it's Google, Apple, Amazon, Tesla. It's a good little rundown there, good little mix. And we go, of course, to the new finance name, which is Robinhood. And I really like the stock. I mean, this is my daily chart here, and I laugh when I say I like the stock, because when you're looking at a stock like this, you know, so again, nice move to the upside there. You know, their report was huge, right? They had more accounts on than they had previously. They're growing at a higher rate. And I don't know the numbers right off the top of my head, but, you know, assets on loan, assets in their books, everything were record highs for Robinhood, and they had some decent promotions as well going through collecting. Didn't they have that little gold credit card, I believe, and you know, SoFi? They're all trying these things to capture in. Plus, crypto was up over 300%, I believe, for Robinhood trade. No, it was 700%, and then we extrapolated that to Coinbase, I remember. So, hey, look, man, if crypto trading in Robinhood has been sort of, you know, a good boon for them, well, what's happening right now? More crypto trading, right? I mean, as crypto's moving around like insane amounts, many of the altcoins right now down 13, 14%, and I promise you I'll show those throughout the day as well. Robinhood should be benefiting from that. Now, obviously a new name comes through there for Robinhood, and you're gonna have a problem with the PE, right? Because this is another name that they're just babies, like they're just coming through. And again, they IPO'd, what, 3 years ago? So right now you do have I have a shortfall rate here of 1.89%. That might be a little light. I just want to see what the PE is. So right now, the PE 31, that's gonna be way high for a bank. bank, obviously, but we don't treat them as that. This is more of a new finance. So I don't mind Robinhood here. I think you got to let the I was going to say something like the froth kind of get blown off the top of some of these names because they had such huge moves. And at the end of the day, so Neil and I are friends for 25 plus years, and we have right now, this chat right now, what can you see what this says up here, Obi? This
Turner Crew?
Turner Crew.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's J.A. Turner High School. From when we were in high school about 5 years ago. So at the end of,
That's so cool. We also have a high school friend group that still is pretty active.
Right.
Yeah,
So there you go.
that, yeah.
And today, this is what it says. I won't read you to who says in this. It goes, all right. So it goes, what the are you guys doing? At Neil, at Sean, please fix this. I have 3 kids. I have a brother. I have a wife, this and that. And I'm like, fix what? And the guy's like, dude, the stock market. And I'm like, I can't fix anything. I said, if you want to settle yourself a little bit here, I said to them, we're down 1% today.
Yeah.
And off 2.2% from all-time highs. I don't know exactly what we're supposed to be fixing, but that's the kind of panic. And here you go, look, here another one of my friends just kicks in here. This guy lives in BC. I need a second job to support my 3 kids. Thanks, Sean and Neil. Like we have something to do with this. Earlier on today, I lost enough to pay for some mortgages, but at the end of the day, we battle back. And that's what I'm saying, keep your head up. And I think if you're in Robinhood, it's something similar. I mean, I like the stock. We're just back to January 15th. So anyways, good job so far here today. If you've been shorting the market, you've been hitting it. There's been some good longs. I like Robinhood long term.
Yeah, no, I think, again, we see this similar kind of thing happening on a lot of tickers along with the strong market tailwind. You go to a higher time frame. We've just been kind of trending down for the past couple of weeks at the very least here. So yeah, this strong sell-off started off of the highs being 66.91s and kind of starting off in the second week of February there, kind of making some of those highs and taking a little bit of a pullback. But yeah, if you take a look at this trend, we've just been holding that since earnings. Earnings highs, we couldn't necessarily get through them. That's when that high was kind of made, 66.20. And when we break below that earnings day one range low, we've just been kind of trending to the downside, gradually kind of bleeding off here on Robinhood. So today, we got more of the same. Some strong selling off of the open. Sure, we've kind of came back and reclaimed a little bit of VWAP, but bigger picture, it just seems like this ticker has a back-to-back daily sell-off. And again, it's not just Robinhood. There's a lot of other tickers as well that are doing this. So ouch, not necessarily just on Robinhood, on a lot of other tickers as well. But Intel with a little bit of ouch here. There was some size at 23s. Now you guys can see that 23 size is now stepping up to 05s. So all right, that's cool. So the buyer stepped up is what I'm seeing here on Intel on top of the 23. I don't know what that really means, but let's see what price action does off of that volume or that size kind of showing itself here. Catching a little bit of a bid is the market currently. Intel, but consolidating underneath this prior double bottom here, just on top of 23. So I'm gonna let that work a little bit. I already covered a decent chunk. I was kind of a little too hasty here. I got in early. I wasn't at my desk. I came back. I'm like, yeah, I like Intel for a short. I kind of got a bit of an alert on my phone. So I was like, I want to see what Intel is doing. I liked what it did. But when it came into VWAP, it really gave me that I guess sign or signal or indication to be like, all right, I can definitely short some more here and be comfortable with it. But I only took about 10 pennies roughly on majority of that, and it actually came in a lot more aggressively than I expected. That sell-off came in with the market kind of breaking back below this 21,200, and we got all the way from 2340s to the 23 tests. So currently, that low on Intel is 23 exactly, and we're taking a little bit of a bounce. And then what we just saw was size was at the $23 level and then didn't really hit that. And then it stepped up to the 05s, and now we're trading a little bit higher here. So I'm going to keep this one on watch. Maybe it'll give me another opportunity to get in that VWAP, but I'm looking to maybe take some of this off and then reconsider the short for a little bit later time. But if the market's going to bid up here, I'm looking for the next trade, Sean.
So I'm going to ask you something. You're
Yes.
not married?
No.
Okay, Good one. All right, I was going to ask you, the wife sends me a message here today and goes, what do you want to have for dinner?
Yes.
So what would you, like let's just say your significant other, girlfriend, whatever, you're living with them, whatever, and it's like, okay, and you get asked, what would you want for dinner? Like, what would you be, what would something that you would favor? I'll tell you what we eventually settle on.
Okay. I like burgers, but I don't know, burgers maybe not an everyday thing. Actually, did you actually suggest burgers? That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
I like burgers, like all kind of burgers. I think it's like it's relatively well balanced. You got a little bit of carbs, a little bit of meat, some vegetables.
I like the balanced idea.
Yeah.
Nice
If you got some cheese in there, you got some milk products. I think it's a balanced meal depending on how you have it. But pizza's good. Maybe some pasta.
I can never suggest pizza. I mean, unless it's homemade or something like that.
Yeah.
Because like just going out to get pizza, like we would save that for like a Friday night, a Saturday night, something like if we're playing, if we're coming home late from a game or something like that, we would be suggesting pizza. I thought I was doing pretty good with the topical play today.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Topical Tuesdays? Tropical Tuesdays? Okay.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Or Tropical Tuesday. You can have some pineapple.
I was like, I didn't hear you right. I was like, wait, what?
You can have, no, I was saying, so I went with that, and then he was like, sometimes we'll have.
Work.
Yeah, so that apparently that was not a great decision. I don't know why.
Listen, Sean, I'm a simple man. As long as there's meat on the table, I'm good.
I agree with that, right? Leave some on the bone, right? But you know what we decided on? And so I was like, we could pick up some sausages, but like our barbecue outside is still covered in snow.
Yeah.
So I still like to barbecue almost all year round, but at the end of the day, we decided on chicken wings.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a way that I have. So I like to bake the chicken wings, and what we do is throw them there. So I just get them all myself, into some flour.
Nice. So breaded.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of breaded there. You put some spices.
Air fryer or deep fry?
Hold on a second. Oven baked.
Oh.
So the thing is that we got it.
All right.
So I'm mixing them up. We do have an air fryer. I don't have a deep fryer, but I mean, we can figure that out. But at the end of the day, baked there, nice and crispy. You throw in some baking soda there, get a little crispier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about right there. And then the kids, though, because we had this thing where they're like, I don't like meat with bones in it and all this kind of stuff. It's like, okay.
That's the best kind of meat.
Exactly. This is the thing. Kids these
How can you trust some of this boneless meat?
Exactly. Okay, so we fixed that problem.
It's gotta have some bone.
Yeah, exactly. Get some bone in there. But what they really like though nowadays, and thankfully we bought this. My wife got a big ass jar of this stuff.
What is that?
Like the sweet chili Thai. Sauce.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm baking these things up.
Yep.
And then they're coming out. I'm throwing them in the big ass metal bowl. Putting some, my bad, into this big bowl, and then mix them all together, throwing that sauce in there, serving it up.
Yes.
And the rest is history. And it's
making me hungry. I just ate dinner, and now I'm ready for. Sorry, I just ate lunch. Now I'm ready for dinner.
The thing about the wingman, it's so simple.
Yes.
Bake it, put it in there. You forget all about it.
Yep.
And then I told the wife, we haven't seen this yet. Episode 2, White Lotus.
Okay.
We're going to be watching that tonight.
Nice.
Sitting back, relaxing.
Yeah.
And having some fun. So hopefully the fun doesn't start till those kids get to bed. Last night, here's another story.
Yes.
So Marissa, she lies down with my daughter, whatever. They do hockey-related things. They're reading books. They're listening to like Kobe Bryant stuff on the Alexa there. Hey, what's up, Alexa?
Okay, Google.
Anyways, yeah, so I'm sitting down there like waiting for her to come down. So I'm looking at the watch. All right, it's been 10 minutes. Okay, it's more normally a little longer than that. I'm cleaning up everything. I'm cleaning the kitchen. Everything's all good. I got everything, ready to go, like setting everything. I was thinking maybe we could watch White Lotus last night. It's getting 10:15 or so. I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to stay up that late.
Right.
Looking down at the watch. 10, 15 minutes later. I'm like, what's going on? Then I start messaging her, like, you coming down? Yeah. I don't want to go in there waking everybody up. And at the end of the day, 10 more minutes passes. I go in there. She's asleep, man. I was like, okay.
No. Okay.
Yeah. So I did a little tap there. I woke her up. Came down, whatever, did whatever, went back upstairs, went to bed. So we didn't get to watch it last night, but that was the thing. White Lotus. You've seen White Lotus?
No, I haven't. What's it about?
So White Lotus is like a hotel chain. So it's the third
Okay.
season. So Stifler's mom was in the first couple of them.
Okay.
Aubrey Plaza was in them as well. The first two seasons were really great. So there's a third one now.
Yeah.
And it's just it's basically like 3 or 4 different scenarios that are happening at the hotel.
Okay.
And the first episode starts with like a murder, something's happened, and then they go 3 weeks later, and then it starts, and they kind of build up into what happens there at the end. And it was, so the first episode was, it was
Okay.
but
All right.
you know, not too bad. All right, just quickly there, thank you. So thank you for putting
That
up
sounds
with
like
that
a
discussion.
great evening. I mean,
Yeah, tonight we don't have, the kids just have CrossFit.
okay.
So I'm doing the show there, and I told her that chill out, whatever, I'll pick up the food and whatever. So at the end of the day here, I'm gonna go hit up Loblaws or,
Okay.
well, there's there's this butcher right by our house that we would prefer.
Nice.
So we'll go there and we'll pick up some wings, and then we'll do it like that. And she'll take the
Let me
kids to
know- let me
CrossFit.
know how that
they'll come
goes.
down. So I'll tell you how it's gonna
yeah.
go. It's gonna go
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
It's already going great.
What's your so to go out and eat wings? What's your favorite wing spot?
I don't really cooking a lot from home. Like around here. So there's Duff's.
Duff's is sick.
Oh, so
I like
you know
Duff's.
Duff's. Yeah. So
Duff's is dope.
so they have like the super hot stuff too over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So that's a decent
Armageddon?
wings.
I've
Okay, so
had
you
that one
already
before,
you already know.
Yeah,
Um,
That was a story. Have you ever had that one?
yeah,
Armageddon?
Yeah, we've had them here before. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, right on the show. We've had them
Yeah.
before, and then we've also had them, a whole bunch of these idiot friends of mine. We do get together, and we used to do things like that, like,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to have any milk. And then one of my friends, the funniest thing is, you know, you do these wings and all these guys, and then they run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then if you touch certain things after eating
that
hot,
spice is, yes. No, yeah.
it's something else.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, those guys do
Those are definitely lessons learned.
Yeah, lessons learned on that
Lessons-
one. So,
lessons learned.
we'll
Life
try to
lessons.
just a PSA, public
Yeah.
service announcement right there.
Make sure
you
you
tell
wash
me
your
where you
hands
went.
with soap.
So what's the wing spot for you?
No, I like Duff's. Duff's is pretty good. What's the other one? There was in undergrad, we used to go to St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah.
St. Louis.
Bar and Grill.
Yeah, so that one we used to go to a lot, but that's because it was just close. I like Wild Wings.
Wild Wings?
Wild Wings are good.
yeah.
Yeah, Wild Wings are good. Yeah, Duff's is pretty good. I like Duff's.
What, like if you were to order
There's actually this place right by Wellesley.
we need to get those burgers, like Cabanos or whatever.
Yeah, Cabanos. I'm down for whenever.
Yeah, I know. You always say that.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
No, there's actually a Korean barbecue place right here called Dagoki, and they have some fried chicken.
Ooh, I'm down with Korean fried chicken.
Those wings are absolutely sublime. Absolutely solid.
I think we bankrupted that fried chicken place across the street from us because we bombarded
Oh, the Happy Chicken or whatever?
we bombarded their Instagram. Then they left. I don't know what happened after that. Okay, thanks. Well, we could talk there.
Yeah.
All right, so
Now you got me hungry.
as we were going on there, I got a little bit more out of SMCI as we got something out at 46.30 there. So we now have 8% left. Oh, man. So we did get out a piece there. We'll wait to see if it comes back down right now. The Trade Desk and Netflix coming up with some sort of a deal I just heard in my ear. The Trade Desk, again, you know, this is running the ads and things like that. So I'm not sure if they're the ones that are doing it with Netflix, but kaboom, TTD, the Trade Desk. I believe I was on with Adara that day when we had earnings, but they absolutely got smoked. And again, you know, we talked about Google and all that with some of their ads and how that all rolls through. Google, of course, getting saved by Netflix, by YouTube, but there it is, TTD with Netflix, maybe a little bit of a deal going on right there. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, Netflix now sub 1,000 right now for NFLX. Okay, what's up, A?
NVIDIA is on watch here. I haven't seen the TTD Netflix thing, but if I see that, I'll let you guys know. Basically, Reuters here reporting, though, that apparently Chinese companies are ramping up orders for NVIDIA's H20 AI chips due to this booming demand for DeepSeek's low-cost AI models. So basically, instead of causing a situation where DeepSeek is usurping NVIDIA in China, now it actually seems like this DeepSeek hype has actually ramped up NVIDIA's orders. So it's pretty interesting look there. Basically reports that there's more orders coming for H20 in China because of DeepSeek. So NVIDIA benefiting from that craze. Back to you.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
there it is.
I wanted to say something. I've been talking for too long.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to look for the drumstick, the chicken drumstick emoji.
Oh, you flats or drums? Or doesn't matter?
I like drums, but it doesn't matter. As long as there's some meat on the bone.
Prefer the flats.
Yeah, flats are dope. Yeah, I've developed this skill over time of a clean execution on the flats.
Okay. Okay. I'd rather not see that, but I get it. I get what you're getting. I get what you're getting there.
Like, you got to be efficient with the wing eating, and you've ate as many wings as I have.
So I suggested this. The cookbook is oh my God, Matty Matheson, and he had a new cookbook out that was soups, sandwiches, and salads.
Yeah.
And she got it the very first day it came out. That cookbook is fire.
Really?
There's this soprano salad. Well, I think the soprano salad, she actually has another cookbook that's Mandy's.
Okay.
And they just make all the salads. And there's one in there called soprano salad. You get like all of the, basically the lunch meats, like you get the, like the pepperoni, the capicola, the mortadella, all these things. And you're throwing them in like a salad. And it's like a little bit of a vinaigrette-based dressing. I requested that. That was a little bit, the kids, my daughter would eat it, but my son is like, is that green? If there's green, n'est pas.
Really?
Yeah, does not prefer green.
Okay.
And he's 13 years old. I got to try to fix that. I told him, like, the more you open up your eyes. And, like, he likes his Thai sauce. And I was like, look at that. There's red chili peppers in there.
Yeah.
Are you sure that you like that? And he's like, yeah, I like it. So getting a little bit better on that.
Got to get him some non-green vegetables.
Yeah. Carrots?
Yeah. Carrots are good.
Yeah. Raw honey is delicious, they're saying. Oh, yeah. Gabagool, yeah. Okay.
Interesting blueberry honey at home.
Ooh.
That came from.
Down for that. Down for
that. Interesting stuff.
Are Chinese stocks good while U.S. stocks are down? So it's a great question. Today we did have some news with Alibaba. I mean, it's right here in our watch list. Let me just see exactly what was going on here with the watch list and what we talked about here as we'll look at FXI and whatnot today about China. But you guys have to make sure. I'm actually going to. We take it over for a second. I'm just going to pop out this watch list so I can show it to everybody.
Yeah. No, I'm watching this. I'm continuing to watch Intel. I'm continuing to watch Tesla. Tesla is just chopping around this 300 mark here. We're pulling back off of the 21,200, which I was a little interested in the morning session for the reversion, but we've been kind of the bid has kind of slowed down off of that. We're just kind of chopping around, doing pretty much nothing for the past couple hours here on the Nasdaq. I want to take more on this Intel here, but again, a higher test towards VWAP would be nicer. But I think I'll stay a little bit patient here. I have, I think, less than 20% left of the position there. Again, aggressively covering more than 50% here for about just 10 pennies on Intel. So that was a little unfortunate. Didn't really expect it to slam down as hard as it did. But we get that 23 test, exactly 23. So yeah, that low right there, 23.00s is the print of this current consolidation or structure, or whatever low that you want to call it, the selling that we got in off of that VWAP consolidation failure, if you want to call it that, depending on how you're looking at it. But yeah, the market's kind of chopping, so that gives me a little bit of tailwind for this. But let's see how much further it'll go. 23 might have been all she wrote here on Intel, but yeah, the chips are looking great as well as of right now. NVIDIA, with that little bit of news, we came back all the way to 129. So we were kind of talking about that 129 being a potential level there in the morning session. I had it written down as a bit of an over/under for 129, and look at that. It comes up into test 130 and then fails that 129, giving you another chance, or giving me another chance. Off of the open, it was pretty fast, pretty quick. 130 rejected pretty cleanly, breaking that pre-market uptrend that we had all the way from 5:45, so 6 a.m., so maybe some volume coming in. Strong consolidation, again, confirming that 129 being a little bit of a level of interest. This consolidation happening from 6:30 all the way to 7:45 in the pre-market on NVIDIA, just above that 129 level. And look at that, coming in absolutely beautiful. Confluences with VWAP, rejects VWAP plus 129 plus that pre-market consolidation. Oh boy, was that a short. And then comes in for that 125 test. I saw that 125 test, quick grab of that 124.45, and then that we've been catching a little bit of a bid. Reclaimed VWAP, and now we're holding 127s. Will we get 129s going into the close? I have no idea. But again, we saw the market sell off aggressively into the close yesterday. I don't know if we're going to get more of the same today. but the sentiment off the open was relatively similar to that that we've been seeing over the past few days. Again, that aggressive sell-off on Friday. Continuation every day, Sean. So I don't know. Do we just get short every day? Who knows?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, at some point, I think it's going to get a little overextended. Yeah. We did have a great question there about, and look, I don't think being down 1% today, being down 1.3% or something yesterday, it's a nice move for sure. We went red for the year, so there's that also. All right, so here we go. This is the Trader TV. I don't know if we have, I know it's hard to call it up, but we don't, the watch list, definitely you can scan that. Go find it in our link in description, so on and so forth. But this is produced every single day. And we got some really nice words about all this. I mean, every time I look up into the chat, people are loving it. Economic events here. What's trading higher or lower in the pre-market earnings that are coming through today. I want to talk to you about CAVA as well. You like Greek food?
Yes.
Yeah, of course, who doesn't? But here today, talking all about crypto, right? Here's a couple names to look at. Here's the story right there. Here's a story on Super Micro today, although we had it up 4.5%, as you can see. Pardon me, Ramin? QR code on screen, so thank you for that. Well, that was quick. There you go. So make sure you do sign up for that ASAP. Semiconductors on watch here again, Apple, Tesla. And then here's the Chinese ADRs, right? Banking. So I just wanted to read this because, again, Adara does amazing work putting all this stuff together. Go make sure you find her at Trader TV Research. I still don't know if her account, oh, she's gone right now. I was going to say, I don't know if her account is back from Twitter. It got like shadow banned or something. Yeah. I'm going to have to ask her what's going on with that. Bouncing back as a group after selling sharply off on Monday. This was attributed to Trump memorandum proposing new restriction on U.S.-China investments. Weakness of profit-taking, notable rally for Chinese. Additionally, Li Auto is gapping up following the launch of its first fully electric vehicle. So not too much news in here right now about why overall China's gotten back up to the upside. But yeah, FXI today up that 1.06%. And I think it's just, the thing about all of that is with China and everything like that is there's going to be some pushback, of course, about those tariffs. And then, which chips are being allowed, to flow back and forth between economies and things like that. So I would just watch out for FXI there. I think it's a little overheated to the top side. I mean, this is like the China 100. You could look at K-Web as well. There's also yin and yang. We talked about that a couple times. But there's a nice move up to $36. And look what happened, man. We just topped out right back to October highs again into 36, 37. So I think that's a huge move to the upside. I'd actually look to short China on a break of 34.50 right there tonight. So, all right, we will go over it. I'm going to put something out there also on Twitter, and we can discuss where we think these earnings plays are going to go tonight. Big names on board. Intuit is on board tonight. FSLR is on board. INTU. Again, another name. We talk about it. Oh man, $558, a very expensive name. But again, we don't really want to look at the price of stock because that doesn't tell you the whole story, right? Because you don't know how many shares are outstanding and so on and so forth. Into it right now, possibly in trouble for sure. As we get back into these levels, 565 or so, looks like it does want to break a little bit lower through 560. So we'll discuss some of these plays. I'll get the tweet out and then we'll look at some earnings plays. Now, an hour away, tomorrow's the big one with NVIDIA.
Yeah, definitely tomorrow's a big one with NVIDIA. And yeah, thanks for reminding me about some of those earnings names. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably go through them. Kind of, I'm not really seeing too much. I don't know what you guys are trading as of right now. Meta, beautiful reversion on Meta is trying to push as of right now in terms of some of these large caps. Amazon though, oh boy, what a reversion on Amazon. Almost 100% recovery here, Sean. So look at this, absolutely beautiful. Would you look at that?
Look at that.
Right there, wow. Boom, 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 all the way down to 204s and then comes right back up into 211s currently. Oh boy, yeah, nice V-shaped recovery. And wow, we talk about capitulation. Take a look at that. The slam down into 204s. Look at that volume candle towering over the rest of the volume, even the opening volume. Nice little capitulatory action there on Amazon, and then look at that trend break, consolidation flag underneath VWAP, breakout. Oh boy, I should have a closer eye on this one there. So lots of opportunity there on Amazon. So yeah, I definitely missed some of that there. But let me know if you guys captured anything. Has anybody traded Amazon as of right now? CAVA, people talking about Amazon best reversion. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're talking about right now. Amazon has, out of the Mag 7, the best ones that have reverted, I would say off the bat would be Amazon and Meta. Amazon and Meta have beautiful reversions here. So let's take a look at Meta.
How much is Amazon up from the bottom there?
Amazon up from the bottom. Let's see. In terms of percentage, up from the bottom from that capitulation, we are up about 3.7%, 3.8%. So off of that low. So sure, maybe you're not getting that low right there, but there's definitely opportunities on the higher lows that happen after the break of the trend. And then, yeah, getting about 3% off of some of that trend break here on Amazon. Meta as well. Meta, not Mista. Meta. So yeah, Meta 670, VWAP, again, along with the rest of the market, we saw the market revert, but take a look at this reversion on Meta, absolutely wild. So this one also up quite a bit from its lows, not really a V-shaped recovery, but yeah, 3% off of its lows. 641.86 is the day low on Meta, but reclaiming this VWAP on top of 650 and now trading a little bit higher. Let's see if Meta can kind of bid up. Again, things are not necessarily looking like they were yesterday, Sean. Yesterday, things were looking a lot weaker, but maybe a bid coming in, going into the end of day here on some of these names. Some of them still distinctly different. If you take a look at Softy here, Softy's just chopping its way to the downside. Can't really get above VWAP. We've seen a few of the other Mag 7 names, they got above VWAP. They've reclaimed. They're kind of extending above VWAP here, but Softy still can't get above 400. Prior day low was 399.32, and we're trading much below that. We can't really get above that 400 as of right now with the limited information that's been printed on the chart on the intraday here. So yeah, a little bit of a downtrend there. Not really seeing too much else. The tickers that I had on watch today, again, we were looking at Palantir. Palantir did not do much. I was looking for a strong continuation. We did get some selling off of the open, so that was a bit of a miss on my part. We got about a 7% drop off of the open. If you're taking 90s, then maybe a little bit easier here. Yeah, from 90s to some of the lows at 85s, again, another 5% drop from there on Palantir. I was also looking at Nike. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Sean, we were talking about that from yesterday. I was like, I don't know what Nike's doing yesterday. I did fight it a little bit, but today the trade was the range break, and it's doing that right now. Not only does it break yesterday's range, opening range high, we break through that, pull back, use that opening range high resistance as support, just shy of 81. Now we're trading 81.5. So Nike on a bit of a run here on the day today. So SMCI, we've already been watching that one here. SMCI, it's still trading below VWAP. HIMS though, okay, I still got a little piece of this on. Yeah, we're talking about, oh, why didn't I cover at 36s? Because it's like I said, I'm gonna hold this insignificant piece until there was a strong reason to cover, and that strong reason did come in at 38 here, or maybe on the reclaim of VWAP. We're kind of revisiting some of those levels from the highs, but again, a little insignificant, just doing it for the reps, for practicing holding a position for a little bit longer here. I still have the stop in, and if it hits the stop, it hits the stop. I have no qualms about that one there, but HIMS looking pretty interesting. Oklo was another one on board. A lot of these nuclear energy tickers that were very thematic a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, all of those kind of catching some sells here along with the rest of the market. Definitely some of these names a little bit more saturated with short-term volume, to say the least. And yeah, catching a bit of strong downtrend on a lot of these names here. SMR as well, you can see a very similar thing. We can go to higher time frame, look at the 3-hour chart on these, take that VWAP off, and we can see how much further we've extended away from some of these highs that were made in the past few months here. So there's SMR. IONQ, let's take a look at some of these quantum names as well. Again, similar kind of idea here. We had that strong selling that came in earlier on in January, breaking that trend. And since that trend broke aggressively, sure, we did bid back up, but that reversion still continues on a higher time frame, coming right back into 30s. So the next level I'm looking at for IQ here is 25.90. So that's that low right there. So 26s. If we break that 26, oh boy, I think we're poised for a little bit lower. Again, we made a crazy, crazy run within the span of 96 trading days here. We were up 530%. On Oklo, not on Oklo, on IONQ. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm watching here. Maybe higher time frame stuff. But Oklo did give me the trade I was looking for off the open. We did sell off aggressively, so kind of my fault my miss, not really getting involved on that one. Nice little breakdown. Again, VWAP respecting on a lot of these tickers that are showing a strong direction right off of the open. So maybe something to look out for in the coming days. Nike continues to push highs. Other than that, nothing too crazy as of right now on my watch list. What's up, Dara?
To be aware here of Occidental Petroleum, or OXY, this is a commonly known Warren Buffett name. Fitch here, credit rating agency, has apparently revised Occidental's outlook to positive, and they've affirmed their rating at BBB minus. So just to recap here, Occidental getting a positive outlook here from Fitch, a credit rating agency. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Adara, for that. All right, so yeah, I was just looking at this SMCI again, and Obi was like, nice trade. I was like, yeah, but I mean, I'm wondering about this 200 period because it's not really doing too much, but we are okay with what we're doing right now on that trade. I just want to bring in another trade to your attention here, just to show you the style that we're doing, right? I mean, I do have the earnings here. We're going to talk about those in just a minute, but this was Google, right? Like, we came back here, and I showed Obi, and he was like, oh boy. We shorted that 177. We got VWAP. We got all the way down to the 50-period moving average, and that was about that dollar worth of a winner. And then we reshorted again, same level, then got out when it broke. So that was like an 11-cent hit there at the end of the day. I just wanted to show you, like, these are the kind of trades that right now I'm looking for, and see if we can put something together like this, right? Where you're in the trade against some sort of support and resistance, and you're not giving it a whole heck of a lot of room to breathe. And I just think that that's a good way to doing it right now in the as the market's open every single day, there's always going to be that next trade and some more opportunities to do some stuff similar to this. So for right now, we're just going to sort of try and keep going with that sort of strategy there of small hits and bigger winners. The bigger winner part can be the problem. But okay, so right here tonight, right, we have Intuit. We talked a little bit about that right there. Expected move right now, 6.4%. This is all off of my Twitter as well. Adara's put something nicely together. Oh, I wanted to ask Adara, did your Adara Trader TV Live get? Okay. All right. So she's blaming Elon right now, and I think she's probably right about that one. So still not up. So find her at Trader TV Research right there. For me, First Solar coming in at 4 o'clock with revenues expected 1.47 billion, EPS of 4.64. Yeah, you just keep it here for a minute, Ramin. I'm going to go over some of this. Move 8.3%. So if there's going to be a name that I'm interested in, I do think it is First Solar. First Solar's come back in a lot recently, and we had Solar Edge, and we have a lot of these names here that have really gotten faded out here as this alternative energy source, getting more and more expensive, right? Not everyone can put these solar panels up on their roofs, or not only just for home, but also for businesses right now. A little bit more to worry about than solar, and it's been really hit to the downside. The reason why we're getting interested in this name is it goes all the way back. Again, it's January of 24. It's not that far ago, but you're still back a year and a bit into some past support. So we'll see if First Solar can hold out near 135. So that's another play that we're going to look at there today. Workday, Axon. Lucid Motors. So this was one here. We know they're losing a lot of money. We get it. I mean, I think the story for Lucid and everybody else is quite clear. Rivian still losing money per car they make. That's going to be the case for Lucid. But looky right now.
Oh boy.
You want to talk about a shelf that could potentially be broken. We're literally right here, right now. A lower move gets you back into that $2 mark. I think we could look at $2 tomorrow for Lucid. So let's see if the Saudis come in and talk any more about this. It's not like I'm seeing any more Lucids on the road than normal. I'm seeing none. So, and I know it's a little bit of a higher end car, and I know they don't produce the same way as a Polestar or Rivian or anything like that. But right now I could see Lucid as money tightens up in the equity market. Not that they have to worry about that with Saudi, but as some of this money dries up, it's been a pretty epic move down there in the last week from 350 down to 250. So I'd say watch out now for Lucid. That's going to be really interesting. And then CART, which of course is Maple Bear. Right now we talked about Instacart and some of the different plays there that are involved here. That's been obviously beat up the last couple of days, but what a good IPO this name has been as it's run to the upside. So we'll watch out for Maple Bear and Instacart later on. And then AMC, man. That's coming through, and still a negative little EPS for them. There's the Lucids minus 26 cents as well. AMC implied move of over 12% right now. CAVA is another good one that we looked at. We looked the other day at Dutch Bros, but CAVA, again, another one of those names that I don't like. You guys tell me, like, we've seen CMG, right? We know that they had the change in CEO. But we had some traders on before from different groups out there. Shout out to Mike Edwards and whatnot. They were loving some CAVA. And yeah, this name coming all the way back to summer lows as well. There's many names tonight that are at some pretty key levels that are going to move. So watch out for that with us tonight. SMCI trying to retrace backside now as well, come back into the lows. But I really like CAVA there. And then AMC, and then we'll throw it back to you. So $3, you know, I have to sort of throw it up a little guilty here because I haven't looked at AMC and what that's meant. I'm actually going to use e-signal charting. I just feel like it's going to probably give me a little bit of a better look than ours may give you, or not. There's the split 1 for 10. That's not this. This is the move down. The split was right into here. And as you can see, it's 52-week low right now, $2.38 for AMC. So $2.38, 52-week low. So that's just a little quick look at the market recap for tonight and what we're going to be talking about. Go find it over there at Trader TV. Sean at Trader TV Research. You'll find all of these names reporting. So yeah, pretty exciting closing. And then tomorrow, big. And then also on there today, we're looking for SMCI. We'll wait to see if that play comes through or not.
Yeah, definitely going to be watching out for that SMCI move on the day today. Got out of this intel here because I'm like, all right, well, that's enough. There, I was looking for a pullback in, and we kind of hold that 23 bidding right back up into VWAP. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to wait to see if it can come up into VWAP to maybe potentially get a better price. But again, going into the last I guess hour of the day, we are in power hour now as it is 3:06. If we are going to catch a little bit of a bid coming into the end of the day, I do not want to necessarily stand in the way of that. And yeah, 23, like I said, I covered the majority of it already on this side. Actually, a lot of it at 23.20s. I got short in the 30s and what was this, in the 20s as well, 30s and the 20s there. So quick little scalp there on Intel. I'm just taking a look at some of the top volume gainers of the day today, what tickers traded the most volume, and we can just take a quick rundown of some of these tickers here. Just, going into the last half hour, let's see how some of these things are closing. Maybe we find some opportunity, maybe we don't. But again, a good way to kind of see what happened during the day as well on the maps, on the arenas that were trading some of the most volume, where some of the more heavily participated names on the day. Let's see what they were doing right there. So NVIDIA, of course, kind of on everybody's watch with their earnings report coming up just tomorrow evening, tomorrow after the close right there on Wednesday is NVIDIA's earnings. WAFU, I don't know what this one is, but again, it seems like it is a Chinese education ticker here. But yeah, strong move off of the open here. And let's see, shares float 1.21 million here on WAFU. So, yeah, some of you might have been involved in that one there. I didn't really see it. Palantir, again, beautiful. We talked about this one here. Continuation off of the open came in quite nicely. Tesla as well. Tesla continuation. Oh, boy. Who was short Tesla today off of the open on the break of prior day low? That was absolutely beautiful here. A bit of a continuation trade happening on a multi-day frame on Tesla. Back-to-back jacks on this one right off of the open. It seems like it's been quite a nice one here on this EV. SMCI, everyone's kind of waiting for this one here, catching a strong bid back up into VWAP. But again, VWAP selling has been dominant for multiple days on this ticker here, again, with some aggressive selling coming in over the past couple of weeks. Their deadline today. Let's see if they file for their 10K within their deadline limit. Lucid, Sean was talking about this one here. Yeah, I don't really see too many Lucids. I think there's a couple of people with Lucids around my area, so I do see them like once or twice a month. Let's say I'm pretty sure it's the same couple of Lucids, but really nice car. But the stock maybe not so nice. In terms of what it's been doing. HIMS, we know we traded this one here, still kind of participating in this one, reclaiming 40, back above VWAP as well. Can't really get back up as of right now, or couldn't really get back up above 40 in the pre-market, but as of right now, we are attempting to do that. So let's see what HIMS has in store for us. Some of that earnings reaction low support from last night was at 40.70. So let's see if we can reclaim some of those prices. Currently reclaiming 40s and VWAP. Intel we've participated in. Absolutely beautiful off of the open there. More continuation. Prior day low breakdown here kind of coming in. Very similar action here on the chips. If you took a short off the prior day low breakdown, I think you were sitting pretty on some of those trades if you had them earlier on in the morning. Ford, we were talking about this one as well. Ford doing some decent volume today. 70 million shares traded so far at a price of $9.40 is the anchor. Sorry, not anchored. Is the AVWAP? Sorry, is the VWAP. I'm so used to saying AVWAP, but is the VWAP currently on the day? So yeah, a little bit of action there on Ford. HIMS we talked about. And yeah, some of these other ones I haven't really taken a look at. Hood, SoFi. We know Hood had earnings, right? Did Hood have earnings? Yeah, Hood had earnings a few days ago. Yeah, we've been downtrending since then on Hood. Amazon up here too. Oh boy, all right. So let's see if we can get through opening price. What was the opening price on Amazon? Let's take a look at the first candle right there. The open was $211.53. We're trading above that opening price on Amazon. So oh boy, V-shaped recovery on Amazon with a beautiful, beautiful capitulation midday there. So that's pretty much that list, Sean. So nothing too crazy, but
what do you think about Tesla? I mean, let's like I just went short right now on Tesla. We did cover a little bit more here on SMCI. I mean, we want to get through the 200 period moving average. We did that once it broke. Now it's coming back in, so it's all good. But I just went short Tesla right here, taking out the 50 period. I actually feel some kind of ways because we should have already been short up here at the 200 period.
Oh boy.
Come on, mouse. But yeah, right into here. So I was already, we should have been short there. We'll try it. Very, very small position here to start with on Tesla. I do want to see if it does come back up here, break through that 303 area. If it does, then we'll fly out of it. But a very, very small starter position right now on Tesla. Again, we tried it earlier, right? I mean, we tried to support where we had thought that there maybe had found something. We had done real well by letting this thing go and just letting it come back in. And then I thought, apparently foolishly here, that we were going to hold. So we got some bottoms right there, right? We waited for finally, it looked like a little bit of a bottom. Give us 5, 6, 7 minutes of that. Then we went long, and then we tried to support black. So there goes, boom, to the outside, man. Got blacked out right there through 308 and then out, right? And so that was a big, not a big L. Shout out to Big L. We talked about that the other day, maybe about a month ago. And then right now, we'll try the short right here on Tesla, trying to break lower. I missed that. And I was just looking at it, and I try to trade the velocity. Like, this is moving a lot right now. Decent amount of volume going through as we speak on Tesla. Here it is, the volume on the 1 minute chart right now starting to pick up a little bit on the downside. What's up, Adara?
With regards to that story on Netflix and TDD that Sean mentioned earlier, I'm finally seeing the headline populate. So just in case anyone missed it, the Trade Desk apparently being selected here as a programmatic partner for Netflix, this being announced by Netflix. So this is not a report. It seems that it is confirmed. Basically, TDD is going to be Netflix's partner for its ad offerings across EMEA. So advertisers in Germany, the UK, France, Italy, and Spain will have additional options to buy ads on Netflix's platforms. So TTD here with a Netflix-related catalyst. We know TTD was also mentioned in a Microsoft catalyst yesterday too. So TTD rapidly expanding here with these ad offerings. A stock to watch out here for, guys. This is Netflix right now, actually below the $1,000 level. Back to you.
And I like the Trade Desk, and honestly, they had a bunch of great quarters in a row. They got spanked a little bit for missing one, and yeah, TTD. So I'm glad we were able to bring this story to everybody, and I think that we brought it a little while ago, and it's had a nice move up. So that's a good story there with Netflix. Okay, so out some more at 47 right now. So I have 5% left. No, a little bit more, 7% left, sorry, on this play with no more bids, except for down here near 45, the low of the day. So we're going to wait to see if that can come through. All right, let's just start talking about a position that we're brand new in. So, all right, so Tesla. So this is going to be the newest position for both of us. Obi's had him since 9:35 or something like that. So, all right, what we're going to try to do now is just look at what's happening. So again, if you're going to look, we don't normally look at the RSI. We sort of talked a little bit about that just now, but again, right back up there into the 70 level there for that. You can see on your RSI, we sort of bounced off of 70 there. That was the high, was the high, was the high again. So maybe there's something here. We're going to look more and more and learn more and more about RSI and MACDs and Bollinger Bands and whatnot as you go. But I mean, we have videos out about all this stuff. So for right now, I'm going to see about a play lower. I'm not going to put any bids out until about 298.50. So if we do get that break of 300, I think we can get back down into that level. So with that being said, 298.66. Let's go with some little Mario Lemieux, and we'll get out of 40% of what we have or so. We'll put a bid down there. Maybe we get it. Now, the answer to the question that I have is, where are we getting out? I'm going to use 303 as my out. We have a very small starter position right now, so that's why we're going to wait to see if we can get a bigger move. But my idea right here, we almost got short right into there, right? 301.30. So I put an offer there right now, 301.30. Hopefully we get that. Then 302, we'll offer it right here at the 200 period. And then we'll wait to see if we get what happened yesterday into the close. A little bit of a move in into the close yesterday. We'll see if we can get that one more time. Again, into it. I like the stock. Obviously a big tax name here. QuickBooks. I don't know what else they have, but a bunch of different tax softwares right there. And this name has been really hit. Like, look at this, man. Have you ever seen Obi like stairs like this? Like this honestly looks like stairs. It's like one day up, one day down, one day up, one day down, one day up, one day. Like really, really wild name here. I'm a little nervous for Intuit, and we're going to see what's going on. I think I heard a call for Adara, but that might not have been true, so it's not at all. So, hey, what's up? My name's Sean. All right, Apple, again, I'm still trying to hold on to this one, but very, very light amount here, 2% left of Apple. That's what I screwed that up when I was looking at Tesla and SMCI, but two weaker positions. The newest one right here is on Tesla, and that's just battling with this demon of the day's low of 297.25. So we'll see if that comes into play. We just put some orders out, as you guys know, down at 298.50. Let's see if Tesla can go. So this is going to be my big worry. SMCI, kind of want to hold this to see what happens as we get closer and closer to the close. It's only 315 right now. So far, so good. Damn, Daniel, those are some nice white Vans.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn Daniel.
Damn Daniel says
back at it again with the white Vans.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's the one.
Join us tonight for WWE
Super Slam.
SummerSlam.
SummerSlams. Yeah. Did you watch that whole video?
No.
No. Oh, she just starts getting incrementally more and more annoyed. It's an absolute.
How does this?
Absolute classic there. Nice. Yeah, no.
Get off
a little bit of a switch up there. Yeah. Okay. So maybe the market bids up now because you took the red hat off.
Oh yeah, I'm short. Wait a minute, leave that hat back again.
Oh boy. We got to get like green and red hats.
Here comes Tesla. We should average. We did. We got our average in on Tesla.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
All right. So
what are we watching into the close, Sean? We got 45 minutes.
Tesla.
left.
That's what's
Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're into here, man. I mean, 111 million shares right now. Not sure. Like, you know, this 200 periods meant something. And that's sort of, if you come over, who's over there still, Ramin? It's like there, you know, again, I'm not sure where the 200 period was at that point. It was probably a little bit higher, so I like it. Here it's almost exact, and then there it's almost exact again. So I'm going to actually ramp this up a little bit and get stopped out at 303. So it's going to be a break right there. So this is that 303 level, right? So we're just a little bit higher than where we are. If it breaks back above there, then we'll stop out of Tesla. Have a little bit more shares here. We don't have too many. It's not like we're like I said, we're not trying to set the world on fire here or anything with these Tesla trades, but just trying to have something into the close, whereby if it does go down, then we're fine. And at the same time, if it wants to rip our faces off, which apparently it might want to do right now, then we have an out. And it's a hit, right? So we are already down on Tesla today. It will be my worst stock of the day. We only have two hits today, man. And one of them is that Tesla trade, and one of them is AMD. And this was a shame because these purples are shorts. And then we tried it down here at 106. It didn't hold, so we lost the bid there as well. So, and then Apple was a red stock for us, obviously chasing this, but then we whoa, gotta get rid of this ellipse, and then we corrected that play as well. So I just heard you mention a little bit about Lucid. We'll look at that into the close a little bit. But right now, Tesla, we're just relaxing, man. It's a dollar against us, but well comfortable. We said that this could possibly happen, and we're ready for it. So yeah, we'll wait to see. We're going to get a little bit more averaged in up here at 202.
Yeah.
302.50.
Thank you.
What are you looking at into the close? I mean that HIMS trade is not a new one.
I'm watching some of these names here, but Nike as well. Nike kind of very strong into the close. I don't think I'm necessarily watching Nike into the close, but Nike tomorrow maybe. But yeah, kind of a bigger picture thing happening potentially off of its what is this, earnings day? Actually, no, it wasn't really earnings. But a bit of a technical, that's what it was. Some sort of catalyst, I remember. But yeah, technical catalyst, a little bit more on Nike. Yeah, Tesla definitely on watch into the close. When it comes to other Mag 7 names, maybe the Spider into the close as well. Amazon as well. We kind of talk about Amazon being very strong going into the close. It's pretty much V-shaped, and look at that bid coming in. The market's looking strong on top of 21.2 here on the NASDAQ as well, and maybe we get a clip of that 6,000 on the ES as well. Who knows? But a bit of a turn happening across the board going into the last 40 minutes of the trading day here. We talk about that opening price on Amazon being, I think it was 211 halves. Opening range highs just underneath 212.60s. Pre-market highs sitting at 213. So pre-market, a bit of a held offer there in the pre-market session, and then look at that, right off of the open, we break that consolidation, can't really get VWAP, but we've come all the way back, surprisingly enough. So going into the close, I want to see if there's more strength here on Amazon as, again, the intraday short float definitely getting a little bit sweaty here on Amazon as we make that V-shaped recovery and print higher on the day. Yeah, exactly. Knees weak, palms are sweaty. Where will these shorts cover already?
You should trade Rigetti. You know, there's
Rigetti can't forget.
Right. But, I wish I could forget a little bit here about this Tesla trade, because right now you're at 302.50 and looking like it wants to get higher. Remember where we're short, man? 301. So now we're short at 301.90. I mean, honestly, this is a very comfortable position for me to be in. Obviously, we'd rather it not be against us, but it's shares. It's it's a position. It's not a huge one. So we're going to wait to see what winds up happening right now with this Tesla trade. I did put some bids down there near 301. So if we do get a little bit of a move down, we do want to cover a little bit of this. So here it comes back in. If you're nervous about it right now, it's flat. So you can take it out for flat if you are interested in doing that. But right now we're short at 301.90. We just touched that level. So if you want to put some bids out there and cover it, you can do that. But for right now, we did breach the 200 period, so I'm not happy about it. I would rather have used it as like a safety net just in case we get up there, and that's what we did. So let's hopefully it doesn't break through. Again, you could get out now. We are above or at the 200 period moving average, so it is looking like it wants to do something. And then Tesla here, again, part of the magic elixir is this as well. You're back here into the 50 period moving average on the 5-minute chart. So we haven't, so like I said, if we lose on setups that look like this, I mean, I'm going to be fine with doing that. And, stocks could always pop up against us. We've had big winners doing it this way. And for me to lose $1 and change on this Tesla trade, if that's what winds up happening, I'm completely comfortable doing that. So, worth the risk there for me as Tesla is starting to wound up here, coiled up at the bottom, and it looks like it just wants to go the other way. So we are getting, hands off, right? I mean, we're already going to get stopped out if it does break through there. It's going to suck. It'll be an L. We'll take it. We'll stamp it. We are very, there it goes. We are very, responsible, and we'll talk about our losers. And there it goes right there. That's $1. I can tell you what price we got. Hold on a second. I think we did pretty good there because there wasn't too much slippage there at all. You have 12s. So we got 303.12. So that's right there right now. So a 90s 12. That's $1.30 worth of a fail. If my guy Joe was here, it's not a funny thing, but he loves this one there as we get all slapped up again there on that trade. So we'll give a little bit back. That's not good. But at the end of the day, we did try it there on Tesla. And if I was really peed off, I'd get back in there because I'm looking like we might have wicked that top. But we'll wait to see. Tesla right now working out. Look at the offer. Right? Part of the reason we went short was that we were thinking this might not happen. It might have gone the other way. But now you're above VWAP, so
Yeah.
Oh, McDonald's will spare their customers an egg surcharge. I'm not even going to look it up.
What does that mean? Free eggs at?
No, they will spare them, so they will not be upping their McMuffin price.
Ooh,
Would be
okay.
my guess. One of the best things on the menu.
Walmart. Sorry, Walmart. MCD. See if that.
It's not doing anything.
Highly doubt it's going to move off of Egg McMuffin, but 310s. It's been holding up VWAP. We talk about the staples, some of the staple tickers.
Green?
Pretty strong on the day today. I'm kind of just like I was going through some more scans, some more I guess volume kind of scans here on the day. Relative volume, because again, the other one, the volume leader one, may not pick up a lot of other ones here. But Ritu, I know this one, a lot of people have been a little involved in RETO. That one had some significant volume over the past couple of days, catching a bit of a bid here on Reto as well. Back up to $1, it would seem. It came up to 123s. I think Sharif might have been trading this one earlier, if I remember. I think I remember seeing a chart similar to this one on his screen. So yeah, doing some solid volume here on the day. I have about 70 million. So VWAP being in and around $95. Let's see. Yeah, it's traded about $70 million roughly there of notional, maybe a little bit under because we started off at 50 cents. But yeah, it's a good gauge to have. Another one that we might have missed earlier was, I didn't even know, TSLA is actually doing a ridiculous amount of volume today, it would seem. And yeah, that makes sense. Tesla definitely
this is 115.
Interesting on a lot of people's watch list today. So you can see here, TSLA doing over 2 times. We had some increasing relative volume in the morning session, but we've stabilized in and around above 2.5 times relative volume. Now this is on a 5 period here. So yeah, TSLA. So Tesla is probably not doing as much relative volume. I don't think it's doing 2x. But let's see. Okay, wow. Okay, so Tesla's actually doing 2 times relative volume here on a 5 period. Okay, so interesting. So TSLA doing 2.5, a little bit more volume being done there. Maybe people prefer it a little bit more because it is a lower priced equivalent there of Tesla. But yeah, some strong pushes there. Again, TSLA, it's been a while since I've traded this one, but now I'm realizing that I might do a little bit better trading this one and watching Tesla, as it does kind of provide some of the liquidity and some of the tighter risk that I might prefer at certain opportunities there on TSLA. Because I tried trading Tesla earlier, and that one was it was pretty choppy. I think I was kind of risking it too tight. At $300 ticker, I think it's fair to give it, if you're trading it for a bigger picture move, it's fair to give it a couple points to let it work, but I definitely wasn't doing that and got chopped up there. Amazon goes green, saying Los Pollos Hermanos. Let's see that. Let's take a look at Amazon here. Does it go green? Is it above day highs? Oh boy, here we are, above day highs currently on Amazon. So going strong into the close here after a V-shaped recovery. Again, it's 3:26, so about 34 minutes left in the trading day as of right now. And Amazon, oh boy, trekking up all the way back up towards its highs and now printing some fresh highs on the day. Pre-market highs, though, still about 40 pennies away. 213.14 I have as the pre-market high. Currently trading at 212.73. So definitely going to be watching that one. Maybe gets a strong push into the imbalances. I have no idea. Some size showing up here on a MIAX. Hello, MIAX seller on Intel at VWAP. Okay, hello.
Hello.
For 900 lots there, Buddy. I don't know if Buddy was taken out. I don't think he was. Spoofy Man.
Is Spoofy Man there?
Spoofy Man has arrived at VWAP for 900 lots. Let's see if that guy comes back in again, but kind of never got printed and then kind of slams down off of that. So that's an interesting piece right there. Exactly, right there. Boom.
Oh, go.
That's a good one there.
We're back.
So that was an interesting piece of action that I happened to catch. Maybe I make a decision off of it, Sean. I have no idea.
All right, we got a big one right now. It's a face slap. Finally, I mean, of course, as soon as we get stopped out of that piece that maybe you guys were all in with me there, I just said, you know what? Let's just see if 304 holds again. We got a little stubborn on it, but there goes Tesla Man right back in, and oh boy, Obi. Wrong one. I hate this one. My bad. It was this one.
Nice. I like that one.
All right, $1.50 in the money now on this as it comes right back in. We just covered some of that right there again. Like couple shorts we just put on right there on Tesla's. It's coming back in for us there again, and it was just like that was just getting bid up the whole time. And this is part of about sitting there and. You know, experience will go pretty far when it comes to day trading, and I think the advantage that I know you have as well as I do is the fact that I think we're probably both pretty good tape readers, and I mean, just being able to sit here and watch the momentum there, it was kind of drying up there near the top side of this Tesla trade, and then I hit it, then I hit it again back down through 304. So just being able to watch it, it looked significantly different. Remember we were talking about NVIDIA getting like meme crazy, it just goes and you can't stop it. That's kind of what this was, like right against us. It just started going, a little bit of a retracement, then boom. And then when the music stops is when this all happens. If we take this off, you'll be able to see a little bit here. If I take off these fills, one there and one there. Those are part fills. You can actually code part fills in there as well. But there it is, man, a little exhausted, and then right back in to there. So, I mean, you could trade support and resistance. Sometimes it's great. And right there, it does appear to work out for us one more time there on Tesla. And then just looking at this,
Oh boy.
I'm going to have multiple minute charts up. Maybe we'll just have one just up of RSI right there. But there it is. It does get overbought right there. So you did have a little bit of a peak right there on the mountaintop.
Oh boy.
You a skier or?
Snowboard.
Snowboarder,
Yep.
I think you told me that.
I like snowboarding. Tried skiing a couple times. I was like, yeah, not.
Now we're at the midline.
Not really for me.
Okay, Obi.
But yeah, did you go skiing, snowboarding this year?
Me?
Let's go. Nice.
No, my son is into it. My son is into it right now. Yeah, we send him up. He goes up on a.
He's so cool, Sean.
He goes up on a. Oh shoot, a dad from my baseball rep team. Coach, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you, my guy? Okay. So, all right, nice move down right now for Tesla. But no, my son. So, unfortunately, I have a reconstructed knee. We talked about that at an HTO, high tibial osteotomy, on the knee. And yeah, I don't think snowboarding or skiing would be very good for.
Tobogganing?
Tobogganing, yes. So it's
Yes?
fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
some tobogganing.
Nice.
Yeah, I had some
Let's go,
videos
yeah.
up on that as
like
well. So
that.
we don't,
Tobogganing's always
mind some of that, but I
Yeah.
wish snowboarding was a thing for me. But yeah, so I was just thinking about this. Did you get out this year?
No, unfortunately not. There were a couple.
You're a young, strapping individual. You should be out.
Couple of trips there. My siblings actually went up to.
Let's go.
Was it Muskoka?
It
I
is.
think, yeah, they went up to Muskoka last weekend, and yeah, they were like, "Oh, come along," and I was like, "It's earnings season," and then I kind of stayed.
So I have advice for you.
Yes.
Never do that again.
Why?
Because time is too short.
Yeah, of
you know
course.
how many earnings seasons there are every year?
4?
Okay. How many times they invite you to go there?
Maybe like once a year.
Thank me later, my guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, right there. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
Right, not
Let's
on
go.
the side
Right
there.
back
All
there.
right, $2 in the money. $3 in the money. We are $3 right now in the money. Where's my guy Ozan? It's a cash cow kind of a situation right now happening for us on Tesla. So there it goes, man. Boom goes the dynamite. Oh my God, Obi. The net has different figures in it now than it did before, as we've made back almost 3/4, basically. Like we were a problem right there. We're like Jake Paul, man. We were a problem child there for a minute. And then all of a sudden, we turn our frown upside down. I want to thank everybody for watching as this market is starting to come back in just a little bit right now. Bye-bye, Tesla. Let's see where that's going. SMCI going the other way. But again, we had 7% left of this name. We had got greedy on it, trying to wait for a little bit lower on SMCI. We should have absorbed that 50-period moving average. Let's put another bid here at 47 flat. Get out of another 2%, see if we can hold 5%. We're bidding 47.20s. Let's see if we can hold 5% into the close so we can make that new low right now. But again, getting out of some Tesla, man, we only have about 25% left. I'm gonna bid out again right now. Just punch some out there, get some 60s, getting more and more out of this trade on Tesla. Look, do I think it's gonna come back in? Yes, but what's the market doing? We just did a video on how our setups are. Leading indicators, man, this market. So you gotta be watching out for that. I'm probably gonna get rid of this 20-minute chart. I don't use it enough. And I'm gonna think about putting putting a 1 minute chart maybe with some of this RSI on there and figuring that out right now. Send Tesla Model Y through the gates of hell. Where's the gates of hell? Who was that?
You seen the new Tesla?
Los Polos Hermanos. Yeah, man. I mean, if that's going to be the new Tesla, do a better job, in my opinion. There's the gates of hell. I like it. It just looks more, a little bit more sleek.
Yeah, it's very.
I like it. I like
sleek.
it. I just wonder if they should have gone a little bit more dramatic. There it is, right?
Yeah, it's here's a few pictures of the new one here, just a Google search. But yeah, no, I think it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of slightly lucid-y, the front end.
It does.
Like
actually, it looks much nicer. I take that back. It looks much nicer than I thought before.
Like, look, you see that, like just the kind of the bar in the front. It looks
type in ID Buzz.
Very much like that.
ID space be used as a, I want to show this. There it is.
Oh, 90,000. That's
what I'm saying. 90,000. That's how much it costs.
Yeah.
Short. All right. It's all electric vehicle.
Short Volkswagen right now.
There's the what I was talking about.
This actually looks really spacey. It's like a box.
Yeah.
It's like a camping box.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it seems like it's all the buzz right now.
7-seater or 6-seater there. He's on the far right. There's a little bit of a picture over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Camper.
Wait. Take a look at that.
Interesting. Yeah, would you look at that? That's not bad.
Any scratches on that over there?
It's a $90,000 camping vehicle. It's not bad. Not too bad.
Elon is so mad at me right now, apparently.
Why is that?
I don't know. This guy said maybe because I'm shorting it. What's up, the FUD farm? Hey, look, everybody in the chat, man, thank you so much. I mean, join it if you're not part of it. I don't know what we've got on the stream right now, but thank you to everybody for watching. I mean, here it is right now. My friends are giving me, you know what?
Let's refresh that page and let's see.
Is this? I think this is probably right.
Throw in the likes or what?
Is that right?
I don't think that's right. Let's refresh the page.
No, it's probably right. We didn't do the ask. We didn't do the ask.
There's no way.
Yeah, 446.
Wow. How many people are watching?
5,100
people are watching.
Ramin, cut the stream. Honestly, we need to get. All right. See ya.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Do not bring it back. Cut the mic.
You gotta see a little bit more than that.
All right, bring it back over there.
You gotta get a little dark in there.
Yeah. We went dark mode on the charts there for a second.
Do you like dark or light mode?
I like light mode now that we're using them more.
Yeah.
But we were using, I was only ever using dark charts.
Yeah.
And then we had a little bit of a switch there.
I've been trained in the art of the dark charts.
Right.
Yeah.
Art of dark magic.
Yes. There you go.
Darkness has taken over Trader TV Live. Tesla down 8
Yeah, so nothing else crazy going on right now. 25 minutes left in the trading day, right? So again, we've got
bell will
some
toll.
eyes.
Is that what I just heard over there?
The bell will toll?
Yeah, there's Undertaker has been risen.
Oh boy. Alphabet pulling back in aggressively here. Let's see what's going on here on the goggle.
Yeah, let me go log in over there so we're ready for the close, and then you take it over.
Yeah, so let's take a look at some of the stuff that is actually moving around going into the close. It would seem that Google with the strong sell coming right back in. I was looking for that 175 earlier on in the day, and we get a bit of a lick grab of that 175 trend breaks, and we get that reversion along with the market. But take a look at this, a little bit of a distinctly different action here, selling off a lot more aggressively relative to any of the other Mag 7 names here. You can see the NASDAQ also pulling back in below that 21,200 that we were talking about earlier here. You can see that Microsoft as well, kind of still continuing to stay underneath VWAP, but again, relative aggressive selling on Google. You can see we can just go through all of them real quick. Meta holding its own as of right now. NVIDIA as well holding its own, still consolidating above this VWAP in and around that $29 area, trading 28s right now. VWAP's 127, 127.60s. Tesla as well. We know we're watching this one, kind of a chop around this 300, so consolidating pretty much a dead cat bounce on the day on top of this 300. So bigger picture 300 test is happening currently right now on the intraday. Coming into the rest of the week, Tesla is definitely going to be interesting. Apple with a little bit of an accelerated pullback now as well. Again, oh boy, I was talking to Sean, that 250, I wish I was here at the desk for that 250 test. Look at that aggressive bid all the way up in the 250, breaks the trend at 249 halves, does not look back. Clean test, high of the day, 250 O's are the highs right there. Beautiful reversion back into VWAP that was sitting at 147 halves. So yeah, you're getting at least a couple points off of that trend break happening. Not only is it a trend break, oh boy, that opening range high was 249.50s. So a 50-cent failure to follow through of that opening range high, plus a 250 pullback, plus back through yesterday's double top highs at 248, 249s. Oh boy, how much more confluence will this Apple have? I have no idea. I'm done talking about this one. A lot of great opportunities in this market. We've talked about Amazon as well. Amazon very, very strong on the day. So this is what I mean. We've just gone through all of the Mag 7 and Google looking distinctly different from the rest of them, kind of retracing back towards its range lows here. 174.70s is the day low on Google. So yeah, maybe something there. That's, again, I'll watch this one once again. Yesterday, Google was very strong into the close as well, into the imbalances. So maybe we'll see more of the same. Maybe there's more sellers that need to deal with some business going into the close on Google today. So that one is definitely going to be on watch, along with Tesla, along with Amazon. Bitcoin didn't really do that much of a reversion on the day. We got some pops, but you can see bigger picture. We've kind of held below this 90,000, made lows at 85.8, and yeah, kind of can't really get back above VWAP. Now again, this is a 3-minute chart, not really giving us too much information. Remember, this asset trades 24/7, so I don't know how good a 3-minute chart would do in this scenario. But let's go up a higher time frame here. Looking at the hourly, we've been holding trend since we've sold off of this 99.5 top that happened again on the 21st of February there. So just a couple days ago, you can see we've been struggling to hold highs into that 100,000 mark, making incremental lower lows and lower highs as well. Yeah, 300 coming back in on Tesla. Nice trade there, Sean. A bit of a reversion happening in on Tesla. That 300 price, man, I think it keeps on. I mean, yeah, sometimes that's the thing about mean reversion. If you think that the probability of testing a certain price is very high, like it's like, yeah, you got to do exactly kind of what you're doing. Be willing to sell a bunch of prices for the mean reversion into 300. It's like, yeah, it's going to chop around 300. It's a bigger picture kind of a level on higher time frame. And yeah, chart? I think, yeah, if we can go to the chart there, yeah, 300. The other one. Here on my chart, Sean's screen. Yeah,
there it is. We'll take a little bit of a cover right there. And by the way, I just want to bring it to everyone's attention to SMCI making that move. I will take advantage of this. I apologize. Were we supposed to go to Adair there? And let's go.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I'm looking here for SMCI news. I was trying to see if they had their number out yet. I'm not seeing anything. By number, I mean their file. But we have so many Jensen Huang-related graphics that I've been putting out here for TTV Research ahead of the Jensanity that is going to be earnings day one here for NVIDIA. They're going to report after the bell tomorrow. Check out that. I believe it's going to be another earnings party style with myself, Sharif, and Sean. It'll be someone after the bell tomorrow. So this is NVIDIA's revenue growth. It's been pretty parabolic here, especially if you look at 2022, 2023, pretty stagnant. Then we get this pop for 24. NVIDIA is currently finishing up fiscal 2025. So we actually have the entirety of this 2024. The report we get tomorrow is going to be Q4 25. So let's see what NVIDIA gives us, what their guidance is, and most importantly, how the market reacts, because we don't know if we're going to be long on Huang until tomorrow after the bell. Back to you.
Okay, I see you, Adara. Even
I can't take it. Jensanity, long on.
I was saying this in the chat earlier. She's pun-stoppable. You know.
Yeah, that was a good one too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the challenge still stands. You know. Oh boy, there's my alarms. Imbalances. Yo, bro, imbalances.
Bro, there's imbalances.
Bro, imbalances.
Pay attention.
Imbalances, bro.
All right. Let's get some props up there. There, props up.
Hey.
There it is, man. $3 in the money right now on that. $3 and $2 in the money on this. And this was reloaded, right? I mean, you guys could have reloaded this right there at VWAP. We talked about how much we liked that trade. We are enthralled with what was been happening. Wow, what a difference this day makes, man. If you fast forward this to 9:55 or something, it was a much different day for your boy than what we're doing right now. Like, look, this is a banger trade, man. That's $2 in the money, man. Props up to anybody in the chat there. Thank you for sticking with me. And then this trade, again, this is what I said, this is the most frustrating part about trading. It's like you're short, you get stopped out there, and then you don't do this again, and then this happens. Well, we had something very, very similar. So sometimes, you know, you get lucky one way and unlucky the other way. And it's not about luck. You're the one hitting the buttons. But like there's that same stop out that basically we had in Tesla. There was just no continuation. Tesla did continue, gave me another opportunity. But that was, whoa. So right there, 108, like where we're short. And not only that, it's your number one trade idea today was Apple and AMD. Nailed Apple there at the end of it all. And AMD, the short was right there. We talked about it. And yeah, as soon as we got out, basically instantaneous, this is a 1 minute chart. We fell from 108.60 where we got out, and we were just using this stupid little wick right there, along with the pre-market high. As soon as that happened, it was about 5 minutes later, we were down $1, and then another 5 minutes later, we were down another $1. As the story continues. All right, Tesla, let's go. I did put a bid there near $3 so of course that gets filled right there, Obi. Oh boy, we're doing something special right now. So let's see if this can get to the downside right now for Tesla. This is what the chart looks like. It is starting to bleed out right now. So again, a quick little hit there. We don't discuss share size. I had the same amount on both times. And I told you, we're not trying to trade this with huge trades, but with huge amount of shares, but we are waiting for this. So Tesla, all of a sudden right now, we are up significantly more than we were before we, you know, when we were right here. Now we take this profit. Remember how much we lost there, $1.15? So that does suck for sure. But the fact that you're in the money now $4, and even though we still have about 20% on, it's paying off, man. A $1 hit on 100% of it is roughly the same as still having 20% all the way on still down here for $4. So the math works out sort of, plus all these wins that we took out right there as well. So yeah, man, here we go. $4 right now in the money. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Joe and Sharif are already in the club right now. But traders don't leave, man. I mean, they're gone. They're working out. They've done their job, I guess. But man, we stay here all day. You never know what's going to happen. There it goes to the downside. It's Tesla starting to make these moves back in. So there's $3 coming for TSLA. Let's break yourself. Let's go. There it is, man. It's a hot dog cannon of a trade right now. Get lower, man. My next bid is at $298.50. Let's see if we can get that. There it is, man. $4, $5. Let's see if we can get going to the downside for Tesla. And you asked me, what's good into the close, right? Remember you asked me that? And I said, we're doing Tesla. And there it goes, man. Nice move in. We definitely started stacking up our day right there. We want to thank everybody for yourself for this trade as well. And thank everybody for coming through and watching us here every single day, because it doesn't matter, man. We're trying to be the realist out here. I've got Obi right now, and an absolutely amazing trader right beside me. And yeah, we're putting up the numbers one more time here today. So yeah, so far so good. Look at this, man. Look at this. We take a look at that. I mean, we still have, this is another benefit of using more shares, is the fact that you can layer them out.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't have like one hit there. You don't have one lot left or anything like that. Boom! This is a good one right here to end the day,
man. Like we talk about looking at Tesla going into the close. I think this could have, I mean, this sellers are definitely dominant on the
Sorry about all the emotion, by the way, everybody. I apologize for the emotion.
As long as you're making good decisions, you can.
No, but I'm saying the emotion doesn't affect.
Yeah.
We're just celebrating for the show. I mean, honestly, like sitting here and trading this, I mean, it's a great trade, fine. It's nice to celebrate your wins. We talk about that all the time. But my emotions were not out of control as we're taking these trades. It's very, 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 very different beast altogether. As we, whoa, big lot there.
That. Oh yeah.
Wow, see ya.
Bids are getting hit.
Boom, there it is. We get that $5 right there. We props it up. They're on Tesla. Drop that, Elon. Let's go. Stop worrying about the Doge, man. Worry about your own company. Here we go to the downside right now. It's a big one coming through for Tesla. So there it is, man. I hope everybody was able to hit that. Oh, man. Oh, boy.
See, it's coming in for that low day, man. So, yeah, I think it's a good one to watch. Again, only about 3 minutes left now for these imbalances to hit. And I was like, yeah, 300, bit of a key level there on a higher time frame, potentially on Tesla. Let's see if we can, let's see what we do with it going into the rest of the week. We saw what the weekly looks like on this ticker. Here, we can take a look at it once again right before some of these imbalances come out. Look, yeah, so we've been kind of pulling back aggressively, kind of. We did break out of this earlier on last year. This was a beautiful breakout when we reclaimed 200, pushed past 240s, 250s, and then, yeah, all the way up to 488.54s on the intraday here. But yeah, taking a little bit of a breather, pulling back aggressively. Again, this is the weekly chart. We've been selling off of those highs for quite some time, extending a little bit lower. But this is why I think 300 is a little bit important. prior kind of levels here at that 294, 290s, 300s, 270s, 273s as well. So I think if we can get below 300, the rest of those prices are definitely fair game if we have continuation on this ticker. So yeah, I think Tesla, again, poised for a lot more great opportunities in the coming weeks. I definitely think so, as it steps down off of its highs here. But yeah, market tailwind definitely giving it a bit of a push as well. We know the market's been selling off, like we've been saying over and over again, I guess, for the past couple of weeks, right? Aggressive selling coming in, especially last Friday. That was absolutely wild. Maybe we'll get some more this Friday.
We called this whole move, my guy. We're now $5 there. We're $2 in the money on SMCI. Someone in the chat wanted to know, I don't know, blood pressure. I have my
Amazon above day high.
Heart rate right now.
Or pre-market.
62 beats.
Okay.
And that's what it was.
Let's see what I'm at. 14
minutes ago. Right now it's 64 beats, and we have well, you can't see it, but anyways, on the watch right there, it's fine. I mean, this is what we do.
Oh boy.
You gotta, oh boy.
I got like 70s.
In the 70s?
Maybe I am a little too excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I gotta do some breathing exercise. I gotta come down into the 60s.
Obi.
Look, yeah.
Calm down.
I will.
Okay. All right, minutes away. No, man, and again, Let's Go just nailed it right there on the show. I mean, you know, we gotta, it's part of it. Part of it is the show, right? I mean, we're being excited. We're trying to show you guys. I mean, many people, I get so many emails and all that kind of stuff saying we love the excitement, we love the energy, we love what you guys are doing over here at Trader TV Live. I feel like I am one and only. You are as well, Neil. We all have our own personalities. So, all right. And, you know, pick your poison. If you don't like it, send your complaints to @Trader TV Live, and we'll figure that out. Marketing @Trader.
If you like it as well, send that in.
We'll send everything. Yeah. Marketing @TraderTV.live. Whatever you want to do. All right, 2 and 1.
Boom. Imbalances.
All right, not much actually. All right, plug Intel with a sell, Google with a sell, Tesla. Shit. Of course, Tesla comes with a buy right there. So we're gonna punch something out. Look at Tesla. Look at Tesla's instant move to the upside. Come on, everything's a sell there, but we got a Tesla bid. That's okay. We're almost out of it all. So we talked about having 20% left. We took 2 more outs down there. We have 10%, it's a little bit more, maybe 12% left of this Tesla trade. I just bid $300.20. We'll see if that comes through as well. Is there anything on here that's on the bid? Okay, so Apple right there. Caught a bid, but not much. Intel was a name you were looking at. That's hitting that $23 mark. One more time right there. Apple, we could take advantage of that. Maybe we could do it. Wow, SMCI right now. See ya. This is exactly what we wanted. Too much emotion. Look at this move right there for SMCI all the way back in. I mean, who's doing this? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not here when Neil, whatever. Nice move down here for SMCI, man. We're in the building one more time. There's the trade that we talked about, and so far, so good. So, man, we're good. There it goes. Look at that SMCI. We good, baby, on that trade. Nice move to the downside now for Super Micro. See you later. This is, honestly, what a great... I just hope everyone's enjoying the show, man, and we put a lot of work and effort into this. And not only, like, we had some great conversations today. We talked about what's for dinner. We talked about all that stuff. Meanwhile, we're just putting up digits right in front of you all the time. So, you know, shout out to all the real traders out there. You guys know who I am. I hope, and hopefully we know who you are. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let's go over to A.
So to give you guys a recap with regards to SMCI, I am not seeing that they have, as of yet, filed their report, which is due today. We know with B. Riley, they filed theirs with about an hour before the close, but we have now about less than 10 minutes before the close. So we have yet to see if SMCI is going to meet this delisting deadline. They've already had their deadline extended. So this is actually their extended deadline here, February 25th, 2025. And it's worth noting some of the other things that were required of them as of that internal audit they had, they actually didn't follow through with. So they were supposed to appoint a new CFO, a new chief compliance officer, and new general counsel, and they have appointed none of those roles. Their CFO that was recommended to be replaced is still there as of December. So it is worth knowing they've not really necessarily complied with all of these things. We have yet to see if they have that filing on time, but we did have their CEO, Charles Liang, saying at their last report that they're confident they're going to get the report in on time. I just want to give you guys an update on that and the implications of this lack of report. Back to you.
Visit Dara.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I'm kind of looking at some of these imbalances. Some of them a little lackluster. Plug power there, a little bit high on the Nasdaq. Imbalances there. So let's take a quick look at that one, see what that one is up to. I have about a sell imbalance of about 2 million.
Yeah, I saw that
here on Plug Power. But again, this ticker not that crazy in terms of amount of money there. 2 million shares worth at $1.58. That's a little lackluster there. So yeah, that was Plug. Intel's up there as well. Oh boy. Okay, so Intel with the sell. So that's interesting. Intel kind of rejected off of its VWAP. I kind of missed that reload here at the
SMCI is a monster, dude.
SMCI is going? Oh boy.
It's not even worth this.
Buy the dip? I don't know. We'll have to see how that report comes
Guys,
in.
SMCI is $4 in the money.
Is cracking.
And it's not even like we're trying to play around with this trade. Like we talked about this trade and where we thought this was possibly going, and it happened. It happened, right? I mean, it is like, this is what trading's about. We sit here, we talk about it. Leaving your desk, not missing opportunities. I mean, this is what it's all about. Sitting here and making trades like this. You know, SMCI at the beginning of the day was up. All right. Now you're down 15%. I thought this was a relatively easy play because you know what the stop order was on this, Obi? We talked about it, so maybe people know, maybe people don't know. This was 16 cents. Worth of a stop order, now in the money $4. So, I mean, it's going to work out for us. All right, at the end of the day, we still look over here and we say, what's up with that? And we look to see what's going on with these imbalances because we could get a little bit of a flipped up action happening right now because at 355, we could go the other way. We did get a little bit out there on Tesla. I'm not worried at all. We've got 99 problems, and right now with Tesla, that's not one of them, man. SMCI is the downside. I got to worry about those wings tonight as we're really excited for that. With only 10 seconds left, this energy is about to stop and move over to another desk because when that happens, then we're going to do the market recap show. Man, they're working us like dogs around here. Okay, here we go, 355, so it's in right now. It doesn't look like Tesla reversed at all because it's still going to the upside right now. So 302 and change right now. Tesla's starting to moon a bit as we're just going to start to cover all of our positions. So you don't have anything on there. Talk for a couple minutes. I'm going to start to cover some of this, and then we'll figure it out after that.
Yeah, no, again, I'm watching Intel. Intel has a strong sell imbalance into the close. We cracked below that 23. Once again, and now that we have a bit of a size on the offer there, 22.97s right here, 96 is now size stepping down, but it seems like there's a bit of a bid now catching it there. I'm just underneath that 23 mark, but yeah, you can see right here, I can bring in my imbalance locator. You can see that sell. This was a little bit bigger before, about 2 million, and half of it, roughly just over half of it paired there. There it is, 900K to sell going into the close, and a little bit of a selling pressure coming in here on Intel going into the close as well, breaking that $23 mark. Tesla, what are you up to? Tesla's 303s as of right now, so didn't really get that quadunk I was looking for there on Tesla. SMCI coming right back in, 45s, trading back above 45s here on SMCI, so a strong little push on that pair. Again, it is 56 now. Oh boy. Yeah, some of these imbalances getting paired off, and not really much else left. TLT. Oh boy.
Oh boy. The treasury.
So I messaged Wayne about this one last night. I was like, "Yo, TLT is looking solid."
Is it?
I'm not a bond trader, but you know, chart's a chart, right, Sean?
That's what I said.
So I was looking at TLT, and I'm like, yeah, if we can get above 90 going into today, I think I like the trade for continuation. And we know TLT trades a decent amount of volume here, 40 million traded on the day today, doing some relative volume. In the pre-market session, you can see about 4 times the relative volume as we step up above some of these prior highs. And look at this continuation, man. VWAP respect. What a beautiful respect of that VWAP. Every time we pull in, buying comes right back in for that continuation. Now we're closing near the highs here on TLT. Again, these are the 20-year Treasury bond ETF. The ETF is TLT. So yeah, maybe we'll look for some more continuation. I don't know. I know a lot of people get into into the complexities of bonds. I have no clue. I have no idea. I have no knowledge of those things. But I like when chart breakout. That's about as simple as how I like to perceive it there. And yeah, some strong buying and continuation on TLT happening on the day there today. So yeah,
all right,
nothing too crazy Imbalances, yeah, there was some strong moves there on SMCI, but that kind of gave most of it back right there. I see that you took a decent. Oh no, that's
No, we're out. We got out of everything, man. I mean, SMCI, we didn't have anything left really. SMCI bled to the bottom there. I mean, we were like, what? And then Adair was like, there really wasn't anything out there, so we just covered. It was an absolutely banger there. We only have. We have two red names today, man. We'll have AMD and we'll have Tesla. And I mean, the Tesla, we are still red on this name, and it's, it was very similar. Like we took a $2 or $3 hit. It's just that we had more shares. We were playing with a little bit more shares there around 10 o'clock. I prefer that, but again, I think that's one thing that Obi and I sat here, and it was just before we went on air. And it was like trading the close and trading the afternoon session is much different than trading the open, and so I need to figure out a little bit more strategy and whatnot to trade said spots. But yeah, man, what a wild one, man. What a wild one today. As we'll go out, we did get out of some Apple there as well, as that just spiked all the way back up. So this was a really good one, man. Intuit, Caesars, man, Workday, Axon coming out as well. They're the guys that with the tasers and whatnot coming out right after the close. So, all right, I'm going to get over there, get ready to rock and roll. We're going to log in over there as Tesla coming back into 302 one more time, SMCI 45. We'll see what's going on. Obi, thank you so much for a great day.
Thank you.
We'll check you tomorrow. I mean,
yes, sir.
I hope you're here, but I also hope Neil's here, and I hope he's feeling a lot better. So shout out to Neil. If you are watching, get back here ASAP and get healthy again.
Yeah, Neil's off tomorrow.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like a booked day off, or?
Yeah, he's booked day off.
Oh, booked day off. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm covering the NVIDIA. Okay, so Obi, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, ciao, everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, just kind of watching some of these tickers here going into the close. Tesla, nothing too crazy. Only about 10 seconds left. I got to reach for that countdown timer here. But yeah, no, thank you all for joining us today. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't forget, we are sponsored by Origenics, transforming concussion care with innovative intranasal delivery technology. But what a crazy day here, right? Off of the open, we get that strong continuation. We've been seeing some strong selling across the board, not just on tech names, but multiple names, a lot of thematic names, a lot of other sectors, but we're also catching a bid. If you look at Staples, if you look at XLP, if you look at Coke, Pepsi, J&J, Philip Morris, some of the healthcare stocks today caught a bid there. We were looking at the sector map a little earlier today. And yeah, so it's not selling everywhere. Money's definitely moving around a little bit. And it's very obvious what's getting sold and what's getting bought up on the short term at the very least here. But yeah, some solid trading here today. Some good opportunities, some missed opportunities. Today I traded HIMS, Intel, and Tesla. All of them were relatively okay. Can definitely have some room for improvement, but we can talk more about that a little bit later. I'll see you guys tomorrow. They are ready for you guys at the big desk. We got Sean and Adara with the market recap. Don't go anywhere. We got some earnings coming up. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much. Am I muted? I probably am not. Okay, good. So far, so good. All right, man, we are ready to go, man. Everything's coming out right now as we speak, man. We just had Caesars come out as well. Caesars not doing too much. We'll watch it. This is a 1-minute chart. We're going to show you everything we can as we go. I just heard something about FSLR. We'll see if that's coming out. Not out yet. We did have Intuit. That would be the only number so far, I believe, Adara.
We have Intuit.
Yeah, there's a nice move there for Intuit. So Intuit up 555, up to 565 and change right now for Intuit. The move that we were looking for here was EPS of 258, revenue of 383, move right now just 6%. So we're going to have to wait to see what's happening with Intuit. But again, thank you so much for joining us today. As more and more names start to come out, we'll get them to you. Do you have Intuit?
Yeah, Intuit was really good here. So 3.96 bill versus 3.83 bill expected for revenue. That would be a beat. And you also have this adjusted earnings of $3.32 per share, well above estimates of $2.58. Q3 revenue guidance here coming in at 7.55 bill to 7.6 bill. That's going to be well above estimates of 7.51 bill. Their EPS guide, though, for Q3 actually missed estimates. So Intuit, just to clarify, EPS and revenue beat for the current quarter. For next quarter, though, their guidance a little bit weaker than expected for EPS, so their revenue guidance was a beat. FSLR, I believe, might be out. Axon definitely is out. So AXON here. It's a bit more of an expensive name. The revenue grew apparently by 33%. Also, guys, people asking about the SMCI 10K. I told Sean I will scream the second I see it. If you have not heard from me, I do not have it. Also, Tesla now below 1 trillion after the sell-off, which I think is pretty interesting there too. Pretty yucky day for a lot of stocks. I am still watching here though for earnings.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's keep them going, man. Workday apparently is out as well. We do have the chat. Whoa, Workday, hello. Nice little move there for W Day. Again, Workday, right? I mean, implied move 8%, EPS 178 I'm looking for, and 218 on the number for the revenue, but a nice little move up right there. What does this look like on the daily? So you're all the way up here right now at 273 for Workday. Not really taking out the highs. Watch out for 280, 281 or so on the top side, but right now Workday, a nice little move up. Implied move on earnings right there, 8%. They're out right now. Looks like they're reporting, we'll get the number, $1.92 versus 178. So $1.92 versus 178. Looks like a beat right there. AXON, we just had that a little bit. Nice little beat here as well as Axon, tasers, I think cameras, and so on and so forth for police as well. So nice move to the upside there. You see uranium down 1.87%. You're looking at me, what you got?
I have earnings, but I do want to mention here too, Donald Trump just signed an executive order that could have some implications for tomorrow. He signed an executive order to impose price transparency on healthcare costs. So keep an eye on any of these healthcare-related names tomorrow, especially maybe some of these insurance names. We know UNH got hit today, though it recovered really beautifully. They made back pretty much everything it lost. But keep an eye here on these healthcare names. Donald Trump signing a related executive order. Also here, keep an eye on WDAY. You mentioned that EPS beat. They beat on revenue as well from what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing they report revenue of 2.21 bill versus 2.18 expected. What are you seeing?
The Bear of Maple here, not the greatest now. Instacart, nice little downside move right now. Down to 44 right now, $44 for Instacart. A nice little move to the downside. I guess we're not ordering enough right now. So Adair's looking, we'll get that soon. Breaking through the 50 period moving average right now. Maple Bear, Instacart, a nice little move to the downside right now. They're getting hit as we go as well. So there it is, a nice move to the downside there for Cart. But it's had a nice move up. And then just yesterday and today, nice little cover up. Back in 2 weeks, now down to the 50 period moving average. We'll find out what's going on with Cart right now. Many names coming out, man. We still wait for First Solar. I think that's going to be the bigger one. We are hoping for this to come out at 4 o'clock. It doesn't look like it's out yet for Solar. Maybe we just might have got a move right there. I do want to show you, I am waiting for, there it is right there. First Solar and Talon Power into some sort of an agreement right there for First Solar. So that news coming out. I'm not sure there's earnings yet.
I have earnings.
Oh, you do have earnings now. There's Axon as well. So we want to thank you, Benzinga Pro, for that as well. So it looks like First Solar going to the downside. What do the numbers look like?
Yeah, so they did earnings of $4. Okay, we were looking for earnings of $4.64 per share. They reported 3.65 per share, so that would be a miss. But again, sometimes the numbers that we see for estimates are not always the same as the numbers that end up being run with. We know that that's a thing, so just be aware of that. In terms of their sales here, net sales of 4.2 billion. Okay, so 1.5 billion for the quarter. That is above estimates of 1.47 billion. So it looks like they did beat EPS estimates, and they beat on sales, they missed on EPS, and that is the number we are in fact getting here, guys. So I always like to wait till we have the official Benzinga number because sometimes the estimates I'm seeing are different from the ones that we go with. But they did miss on EPS as I suggested, and they beat on sales. So between Lucid just came out here, Sean, and I have those numbers for us. So Lucid basically beat it actually here with a net loss of $397.2 million. So you might think that's not great, but it's well better than the expected loss of $716 million. So they almost cut that in half from what we were expecting. Revenue, 234.5 mil. That is also above 214.2 mil expected. Good look here for Lucid, other than their operating loss actually widened a little bit here.
All right, there goes, man, up to $3 right now for Lucid. I mean, nice move up. I mean, 22% short flow right now for Lucid. So that's what it looks like right now on the chart as you're starting to get back upside right now. We just took out $3. So you're only back to where we were 2 days ago, but still not bad. We'll see what happens here with Lucid. I would say fade it. But there's a nice little move upside. I did say we'd look at some live level 2. So let me see what Lucid looks like here. Live on a level 2 right now. So not crazy or anything like that. This is what Lucid looks like. Quick little look on SMCI here in the after hours. Not much going on. Let me have a quick look at TSLA at the end of the day. Wow, 304. Bang, nice move back up there to the upside there for Tesla. AXON, a name that people keep on talking about. Nice move up there for them as well. I just heard Something was moving back up to the upside. Was that INTU battling
nice
back a little bit? Yeah, there it is. So INTU didn't battle back at all. Just nice little upside move up to 573 right now. Yeah. There's really nothing missing. We had Instacart that was downside, right? So that's going to be a miss. That looks like that's going to slip up about 10% there for Instacart. Workday was another one.
We have FSLR guidance.
We have which?
First Solar guidance.
Oh, First Solar guidance. Okay, so let's have a quick look at First Solar right now. All right, so this was one of the ones that I thought was like into it there. So a nice pop up there on First Solar. They got that little deal. Adair just sort of busted through it, but now coming back into the downside. First Solar. Again, if you're a technician, we're going to have Brian Shannon on pretty soon, and he's great, obviously, at reading these charts. He's going to tell us not to catch this falling knife, but right now, First Solar, huge move to the downside. It doesn't look like it wants to stop right now, down into 140, bringing us right back into some of these levels. What does it look like on a weekly here, just quickly, for First Solar? So, wow, right into the 200 period moving average now for First Solar. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hold this 130. You have a problem for First Solar, so not looking the greatest there for FSLR. We'll go back to a chart for this on the daily. Yeah, not great. But yeah, what was going on with First Solar's guidance?
So yeah, the guidance is kind of mixed here for sales. They're seeing net sales between 5.3 and 5.8 bill. Analysts are looking for 5.51 bill, so it's pretty much in line. Their earnings, they are guiding $17 to $20 per share for 2025. I'm not seeing how that compares to estimates, but speaking of technicals, I want to pull up Intuit's chart because, Sean, with this pop-up here, if we can hold this, this would break. This is a crazy long downtrend. This is a downtrend on the 15-minute chart we've been in for more than 2 months. We really kicked this off here on mid-December, so I want to see what we do here, this FSLR, because, Sean, if we pop up and we stay above this level, we could be breaking a multi-month downtrend for Intuit.
Yeah, I really like it. Intuit or First Solar?
Intuit.
And
it's like $500, so you know I'm watching that one.
Yeah, you'll like that little spready one. Yeah, congratulations. You had another good day, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, all right, bang. All right, so we'll, CAVA right now looks like it's out as well. CAVA with a nice little move here. We talked about that a little bit on a 1 minute chart. Goes out at the end of the day at $99. Not a huge move, man. I had written down here for CAVA, the expected revenue, EPS story, 0.06 cents right now with an implied move of 13%. Okay, there it is. Now CAVA's coming out. It's going the other way, so my bad. Someone was teasing this all the way up there into 104, and then you just saw that live right now. CAVA must be out, coming out right now. CAVA, nice little downside move. They are now out, so we'll go through that, and Daryl will get that to you. Yeah, no worries. As soon as you get that right now, CAVA, nice little downside move right there. So we are starting to bleed out on that name as well. AXON, a move. Nice upside move for Axon. That's happening as well. Intuit. Upside, CAVA, Workday. I'm just trying to run through a lot of these names as we get going there. What did HIMS do at the end of the day? Up to $40. We'll get that. Yeah, man, we are waiting for AMC. Good one there. The world's largest. Okay, CAVA was 66 cents. I'm just hearing that in my ear right now. World's largest movie chain, theater chain, right there. 66 cents on CAVA. What were we expected there? We were expecting 6 cents. So that seems a little bit off. But right now, CAVA with a downside move. Figure out what's going on, man. We really broke that 200 period right now, and not too much support coming for CAVA, down to $90. SMCI, isn't this their last day? So, I mean, if we
apparently it's 5:30. That's their deadline. No SMCI, they'll come out at 5:28. And I'm not trying to be glib about this. I do not want anyone to lose money, but we have to be realistic about the fact that this company is in trouble. And as I mentioned before the close, all of these stipulations that they said they'd meet from their internal audit, including like replacing a whole bunch of their executives, that hasn't happened. The CFO that led to this whole disaster, he's still chilling.
I know, and it was like one board member that apparently went through all of their reports. I was like, yeah, we're good. We're going to file. Okay, we'll wait for that one. Look, man, I was always skeptical of Lucid. It does make that move back up to $3, and right there, here it comes right back in again for LCID. So what goes up might come back down there for Lucid. Is this having any effect on Rivian? I wouldn't think so, no. So, and of course, we talked about what Tesla had doing for the day so far there today. What are we showing there? Is that my seat, or is that Obi, or there it is. That's Adara and myself. So thank you. As we get that all figured out. So yeah, SMCI right there, KK as well as yourself in the chat talking about possibly 5:30 for SMCI. Okay, I mean, look, today started off very, very interesting. If we're going to look at the Qs, I mean, Camping World's now reporting as well. Let me just go. You like camping?
I don't have any particular opinions on camping. I was a Girl Scout when I was a kid, so I do a lot of that. But yeah, I mean, like, do I have any?
I was a scout leader. Yeah, both my kids did Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts.
I was not really a Girl Guides type individual. I don't know. I like doing my own thing, so that's like really not, the whole like you have to wear a uniform and everything. But anyways, that's the extent to which I have camped, which is to say not very much. But I liked when you got to like make the little brownies out of oranges or whatever. Anyways, I have CAVA earnings though too. Speaking of earnings, like all the numbers.
Sure.
So you said 60 cents per share for EPS. I suspect that was their unadjusted number because their adjusted number actually was a miss, Sean. As you said, it sounded a little shady. So we did have 5 cents per share, not 60, versus estimates of 6 cents. And it's so confusing because they'll always read the non-adjusted number, and then I'm like, which one are we supposed to use? But regardless, the adjusted number, the one that we go with, they did in fact miss estimates. Sales, though, for CAVA were a little bit of a beat. 221.1 mil versus 223.636 mil. So CAVA, EPS miss, sales beat, and they're guiding same-store restaurant growth for 2025 about 6 to 8%. So not bad. I'm not seeing how that growth estimate compares to what we were looking for. But I mean, Sean, we're talking here. Tomorrow, though, is going to be the real earnings winner. That is going to be our pal, NVIDIA. Also, our other pal, Snowflake and Sierra.
You just said earnings winner.
I mean, like excitement. I don't mean they're going to win. I don't mean they're going to beat earnings. Because I think with NVIDIA, if you miss on any metric by a hair, I think RIP. I think that green in that logo goes to red. But I think it'll be the name we're looking for, and I think that's
5,000 of you joining us right now. That'll be double or triple tomorrow. Join us for the watch party tomorrow, as it will be NVIDIA time. All right, so yeah, CAVA, nice little move there. Shout out to Chef Joe. What's up, my guy? He said that there's a new CEO change for Lucid, so maybe that probably true. I mean, Chef Joe wouldn't be putting that in there. And again, I like CEO changes. You can see though it's not really affecting the stock at all. Yeah, okay, so that's a good move there. All right, let's go over the Qs right now. I mean, what a tumultuous day it was for the NASDAQ. I mean, the NASDAQ started today selling off aggressively when we had a lower than expected consumer confidence number that hit us at 10 o'clock, and then it was like, see ya, down to the downside as that came in 4.8%. As opposed to 4.2% for January, so that's not really great right there. Tesla and NVIDIA were both weak today, which when you get those names pretty weak, it's not that they're going to lead the market or anything like that, but ahead of earnings tomorrow, NVIDIA down that 2.6% and really sort of started us off sour, right? The market sort of came back in, battled back, bounced off the 200 period right there, NVIDIA, to close not near the end of the day, but it's... I cannot believe this trade that we had right there. We had that short, stopped out, AMD going out near the close at the low of the day as well. What are we going to do tomorrow when AMD breaks $100? You could come in tomorrow morning. If people are nervous about about NVIDIA, what's going to happen with this name? You also have stocks like Micron continuously downside as well, down below 90, below $100, down into $93. So there goes Micron to the downside. You did have UNH, right? Now, Senator Grassley came through right there in the middle of the day and wanted to investigate some of their business practices and whatnot. But I guess investigation, either he got lazy and he stopped it or what, but I don't know what happened. Huge move to the downside. Algos picked it back up and pretended like he didn't say anything, and we made that all the way back. So great opportunity there if you were trying to bottom pick a little bit there on NVIDIA. Of course, AMC is now out. So I'm going to drop this into, what? Okay.
Oh boy.
I went to the theaters on one of the weekend days, the Sunday night or something like that.
I haven't been to the theater in years. I just realized.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I like going, man. I go with the kids there. We take them out just to see some videos. I like to see the bigger thematic ones. Like obviously we saw the new Marvel there with Captain America. I think that was Brave New World. That was a pretty good one. I thought it was pretty good. Lots of action there. But there it is, man. AMC to the upside. And we've talked about this with many, many traders live on the show. I mean, our good friend Brian Shannon probably has thoughts about AMC, but again,
I have the numbers.
Yeah, AMD is advanced money destroyer, so this is maybe advanced money collector, and it's kind of the same way. It's collected a lot of revenue from traders. It had a nice little stop and go spot here at $5, but we revisited that back in December, and then whoops, now to the downside goes AMC, but we're getting a little bit of a rally back there today, up to 350 here for AMC. So once you have those numbers, give them to us, because right now AMC, Adair's just going. Okay, she's going over the numbers right now. So whenever you're ready, we can talk about it right now. So here's AMC.
Revenue 1.306 bill. That is, I'm not seeing what they compare to their estimates, but it is above last year's 1.104 bill. It's also above the estimates I have here. So it looks like AMC may have beat revenue estimates. they lost slightly less money than expected, or than they lost last year, so that's good. So larger revenue than last year, losing less than they did last year as well. Let me see if we have this EPS here and take a look for that. But their net cash for operating activities was actually up on a year-over-year basis. Free cash flow also up compared to a loss last year. Cash and equivalents by the end of the year, 632.3 mil, so 632 million. And I want to see if we can find these losses per share. But either way, they certainly did beat. It looks like they beat here in revenue compared to the estimates that I am seeing. I am still not seeing this loss per share. Okay, I diluted loss per share. Looks like 35 cents. So that would be above estimates of 16-cent loss. Looks like they lost more than expected. Again, though, I don't like to comment on the estimates till I see the picture that we're going with from Benzinga.
Right. We're going to call on Brian in just a couple of seconds. Look at this. Fear and greed index right now. You can find this all over the place. Takes into consideration some of the options and whatnot in the market movement and market sort of the way we're feeling there. And you can see right here, extreme fear right now in the market. I do want to ask, the reason I came over here is I tweeted something that Brian, what's up, Michael Saylor right there? This guy's gonna have to raise some more capital. I don't know if Brian saw this. This is from Michael Saylor himself. I guess he's just sort of mocking himself. What am I gonna do? I need to find another job. You may have to one day, my guy. And here's what Brian did. I want to talk to him about this. There is no such thing as down too much if there are still sellers. Let's bring him in and find out what he meant by that. It's Brian Shannon. All right, Brian, how are you doing on this fine Tuesday?
Doing well. I did see that. That was pretty funny of Michael Saylor.
Yeah.
You know what I looked up? The average cost of Bitcoin for them is $66,800 or so. So they're not really that far in the money. I mean, for as long as they've been holding it, not ripping on it, but it's not as massive a trade, I think, as people think it is in terms of profitability.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because someone in our chat thought it was in the 30s, but obviously you've vetted that number. So 66,000, very, very interesting. I actually have a chart up right now. Why don't we start with Bitcoin? You had tweeted something out actually, I believe it was yesterday, that we weren't looking great here, nervous hands possibly in crypto. Then all of a sudden we get that move down. If you come over here, Ramin, and we'll just quickly show this chart. There's Bitcoin. I'm not sure if you were talking about this sort of ledge here of 93, 94,000, but we had lost some of these. We are now trying to make, I don't know, going back into here into November, some post-election, like day after kind of stuff. We're right back into these levels right now on BTC. What are we doing with this? Is it enough to get traders out? What are we thinking? Are there levels that we can rebuy? Or are we not catching this, man? This is some of the two biggest back-to-back. Like, you get a little bit back-to-back flushes here, but that's nice. Now breaking through some levels. What are we thinking here about Bitcoin moving forward?
You know, I had been talking about the anchored volume weighted average price from the election, and that's what that ledge was. It had been hanging on the anchor from the election, just hitting it for the last 2-3 months, really, with lower highs coming in. So I did get short it yesterday, and actually it's interesting, Sean, I got long the S-bit, which, as you know, I'm not a fan of those ETFs, but the good news is now that with 24 hours trading over at Thinkorswim, you don't have to worry about getting locked into it. That you can take advantage of some of the overnight activity. So anyways, I started nibbling. I've got an average cost of 89 right now, so I'm down on that a little bit. I'm really hoping we come down to the anchor from the August low, which would put us down at about 81.5. I think that would be a really nice flush, and I think that's the place where you want to look to probably get more aggressive.
Brian, I just wanted to let you know, I think the share screen is on a tab or something of yours, so we weren't able to see anything right there. Maybe there's something that you notice right. Oh, you just weren't showing it. You just weren't sharing, I believe.
I wasn't sharing the Bitcoin. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I don't get the, for this is the futures, and you don't get.
Okay, no problem.
I was looking at a different screen.
Yeah, no problem. I just want to make sure that we were on the same page with that.
Okay.
Okay, so again, so what we talked about today was there's no, and we just talked about if anyone's joining us here right now, I want to talk about this tweet. There's no such thing as down too much if there are still sellers. So 15,000, 15 comments as well. So a great little tweet there. I want to make sure everyone follows you at Alpha Trends. But I don't know, man, we didn't get a great consumer confidence number today. And then tomorrow, it kind of feels like a bomb could go off with this NVIDIA. Like if they miss or something, then that gives, again, more sellers reasons to enter this market. So what did you mean by that? that? And do we want to explain, maybe, do you feel that there's more pressure coming in the market?
Well, Sean, we've seen so many of these, large momentum names blow up here the last week and a half, and they're not recovering. I mean, Palantir's not recovering, Meta's not recovering, Tesla's not recovering. And, a lot of people look at them and say, hey, it's down too much. So they, convince themselves it's time to buy because it's at a 20-day moving average or a 50-day moving average or whatever. But when those levels fail to hold, I'm just saying that, just be careful about buying the dip. It's really reiterating that thought that you don't buy weakness. Wait for, just because you think it's down too much doesn't mean there aren't more sellers out there. And who knows, maybe we're getting hedge funds with margin calls that are blowing up in here and they are forced liquidations. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but we do know that sellers are, clearly in control here, and they haven't shown any signs of letting up yet. So it's, I also tweeted this. I forget whose quote this is, but it's better to be late and right than it is early and wrong when you're trying to buy the dip and trying to buy things like Tesla, which. Nice trade. I saw your cover there at 298.50 as well on Tesla at the end of the day, Sean.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah, that was a good little trade there at the end. We got a little frustrated because we did get stopped out initially when it broke through 303. Then we found another level at 304. That's my problem. I feel like I get in and then, you want to see a trade right here? Let me show you something that I'm not super proud of. Thank you for bringing up that one trade. We had written down as one of our better trade ideas. Check this on AMD. So I like the short today, but look what just happened to me. We build the short here. Too many outs, obviously. Look where we got taken out. Right there, 108.60, Brian. I used the pre-market highs. I used the past wick high right there. We got taken out, and I almost threw up live on the show. It would have been great TV, but at the end of the day, 2 minutes later, we're down $1. Then we're down another $1. Then I tried the long. Then we're down again. And about a half hour later, Brian, this one trade was almost $4 in the money. And then we go out near the end of the day there, near lows. I actually want to talk to you about that. When stocks go out near the low at the end of the day, have you ever looked at maybe looking at continuation plays into the next day? Like I said yesterday when we were looking at the triple Qs actually, and it was like, it wasn't great because that fall happened near the end of the day yesterday, right there. And we went out yesterday at the lows. And then today, we just had to open up basically at the same level. Then we had that continuation again. Now today we rally a little bit. Do you ever look at that continuation plays going out at the lows and a possible continuation move to the downside?
Sometimes, Sean, but in this case, we just saw it drop from 116 down to 104 is where we are now, down 3 days in a row. So I like to wait for the next day. So for instance, today, I'm not criticizing your trade at all because it's your trade and you knew why you were in it. But when it gaps down, I like to wait for it to break back below the volume weighted average price. Right. And then from there, it was clear sailing for your short, which was obviously the right position. I mean, and here's a stock that, Sean, a lot of people, they're still stuck on the psychology of this move in late 2023 into 2024. They're still thinking it's a stock that does that, rather than looking at it and saying it's making a beautiful pattern here on the daily time frame of lower highs and lower lows. So it's guilty till proven innocent. But after 3 down days, I think it's more likely that if we get weakness tomorrow, it's after a gap up and then it rolls over. Shorts are really difficult in that regard for overnights, I think.
Thank you so much for being here with us, Brian, once again. I have a question about a different semiconductor name. It's going to be SMCI. We are, of course, waiting on this report around 5:30. I know you usually are not necessarily going to trade things heading into earnings, but given that we have this 10K, the stock's been on watch. Do you have any opinions on the future of SMCI from a chart perspective here?
This is one that I've been wanting to be short, actually, and I just haven't really traded it. But we came, we've still got a declining 200-day moving average in this name. So when you see a declining 200-day moving average and you get these rallies, they typically will fail. Now, there was a great trade in here for those of them, the people who were involved. But as it broke this pattern just yesterday of higher highs and higher lows above that orange rising 5-day moving average, then that was time to get out out. So, as far as the earnings go, I wouldn't be surprised to see it drop down into this level, on a reactive move down near 40, and then maybe you get some movement. But I'm still looking at the stock overall as, on the weekly time frame, as a broken stock that's just, got some ranges for trades, but it's certainly not investable, I don't think.
Brian, here was a trade on SMCI, and I actually wound up tagging you in it. The chart right here. Yeah, so this was actually VWAP, and I actually was just waiting for it to come through. We had some support and resistance, a little bit back and forth right there. We waited for it to come, and there it goes, and then there was the flush right there into the end of the day as we wind up covering a pretty decent trade there, $3.50 or so on 47. So 7 or 8% move to the downside there on SMCI, and I just want to. You never ask us to do this, but I do it all the time anyway. So if you come over here, Ramin, I just want to show the book because it's maximum trading gains with an anchored VWAP. So I want to thank you for that, giving me more confidence in taking some VWAP trades. And you mentioned it already, and you sort of said it earlier on. You don't have to trade things. Let them go into the penalty box. Once they're out of there, then maybe you start to look for some support and resistance and make sure that the stock tells you what to do. Don't try to predict the future. And we use anchored VWAPs and VWAPs like that to give us some good ideas moving forward on that. So I want to thank you one more time for that, Brian. All right, now's a chance. You've given us a lot of different names. I mean, including SMR, NewScale. That was a great runner for many, many traders. That SMR, by the way, maybe we can go over that right now, and I'm going to ask you for a trade that you may have. You brought this. We did some work actually from an anchored VWAP from IPO, and it gave us the break, like in and around here, $3 or $4. Brian, that stock went to $32. So that was like a 7, 8, 9, 10 bagger for many traders. So we want to thank you for that as well. Michael Noss was talking about the same thing. But here we go. It's falling right back into a simple mind like me thinks this 200 period moving average might be something. Can you help us with an anchor here? Or if we're looking to get into some nuclear names, maybe we go into URA down 2%. That's obviously the ETF. But anything nuclear that you like, or maybe some work here on SMR?
Well, sure. We can look at SMR, and I agree. That 200-day moving average looks like a magnet. That black line there is also the anchor from the beginning of last year, so 2024's anchor. And we've just dropped from 28 to we've almost been cut in half here, but we still have the pattern right now on this shorter-term time frame. We still have. I mean, just take it down to the basics of what a trend is: lower highs and lower lows. So until we see something that maybe we make another lower low, we start to do something like this, and then we, perhaps can see that 5-day moving average flatten out, and then, maybe early next week or on Friday, we start to see a move that can sustain itself and start to get a significant bounce, maybe even all the way up to that 50-day moving average. I mean, that wouldn't be out of line to see a bounce trade. That'd be approximately half of this decline that's occurred in the last 2 weeks.
So, Brian, we know that you're one of the best subscription services right now on X. I want to thank you for doing that as well, putting out great information. I saw you had a little audio problem the other day. I saw you tweet that out. So, and again, the support from your followers is absolutely amazing. So make sure you go follow Brian. But hey, give us a name for free here. We got over 4,000 watching right now. What is there something that maybe you're looking at over the next couple of days, or something that's setting up that we could talk about that maybe we can focus on the next time you're here?
Well, I got long a little bit of this BJRI. I didn't realize at the time, but it's a little bit illiquid. But here's, a weekly chart. We're above all the key anchors. We're above this band of resistance here. So I'm long a small amount of that one. That's really, and I'm looking at the same things everyone else is looking at right now for potential bounces like Palantir. And Palantir is down on its 50-day moving average. But again, it hasn't shown any signs of the buyers taking control yet. We're below the declining 5-day moving average. So I'm just being patient with this market overall, Sean, and trying to, make sure I'm not getting involved in these popular names early. I want to, make sure I've got as much money as possible to buy when they actually turn, so I can, not have to puke them out at a break even if I was, 2 to 3 days and 10, 15 points early.
Yeah, I feel like that happens to me all the time on live on the show, where we're in too early and we're only making money once it finally comes back to our level. So I think patience definitely key, no matter really what your time frame is, right? Whether or not you're trading options, you're swing trading, whether or not you're day trading, whether or not you're holding something for the long term, you never know what prices you're going to get. So follow your rules and stick with them. Look, Brian, absolutely fantastic. I mean, we're past time right now. We got so many questions in the chat, but I can't take them because we're just a little bit over right now. Next time we'll try to get you on a little bit earlier. I want to thank Brian Chen, and again, go make sure you check this out, Maximum Trading Gains with Anchored VWAP, an absolutely fantastic book, and you can go find this handsome gentleman at Alpha Trends on X. So, Brian, thank you so much. What's the weather like?
It's nice. It's about 60 or so.
Ooh, beautiful. Snow?
I don't know how to convert that. You must know, right?
No, I don't.
60. So maybe it's like 20?
Celsius? No. That would be like in the high 70s. 60, you're probably in like maybe 10 degrees Celsius or so.
Okay. All right.
So not too bad.
It's nice.
Good. Congratulations. So skiing, any skiing on deck for you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Thank you.
I'm not going to admit when.
Yeah, exactly. That's Brian Shannon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks,
one more
everybody.
time. Have a great afternoon, and we'll check you next week. May all your trades be profitable, Mr. Brian.
You too. Thanks.
Ciao.
Thank you, Brian.
I mean, this is when we should play that song. It's simply the best, you know?
Better than know the
rest.
rest.
Yeah, okay.
Better than anyone.
You know what? I think we'd shut the city down if we did like a Trader TV Live karaoke.
Can we please do a karaoke night, Sean?
Yeah,
Can
everyone
we
asks
please
me
do a
this.
karaoke night?
Yeah.
That's all I want. It's really all I want.
That's all you want? All right. Well, we could probably do a karaoke night, but the one thing that we always do every single day, I can promise you that, is
Roll
this.
call. Also, really quickly, we did have a super chat.
Go ahead.
With regards to Porch.
That's part of
Someone
roll
was
call.
asking about Porch earnings squeeze. I'm going to make sure who that was. Also, Lemonade
I have them all right
reported
here.
it was an EPS beat and a sales miss there. PRCH, not much happening here with this one. 199 super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat there. K, but they did have revenue. Let me find here. So total revenue of 100 million. They did actually have a decrease of 12% here, apparently. So I mean, the numbers do not seem super great here. I don't have like all of the numbers. I only have the whole overall report, but they did push up here for PRCH. Pretty lightly traded though for this ticker. And I'm going to see how much volume we had today on PRCH. 2 million shares traded on the day, 18% short float. So you're right, squeeze potential possibly for PRCH.
Here's all of the, we got to get out of here. Here's all of the super chats right now. We probably missed them throughout the show with Obi. Thank you, Vecna, $2 for HIMS. If you come over to the screen, we'll just do this quickly, and then we'll do roll call. KT Options, thank you so much for your call about about Intuit there as well. Lingering Catapult wanted to give us a little bit. Thank you so much. $14 Canadian there. Made $3 plus change to $3.50 on Palantir. So thank you so much for that one. David as well, $10 on his Kelowna puts. From Kelowna NBC on Tesla puts. It's been a long day. Then there's your K from PCH Holdings there as well. So thank you, PRCH. Thank you so much for that. All right, we'll do it one more time. All right, it's roll call, then we got to get out of here. We got to have some drink. We've been pounding this water there. Someone said I should look up some sort of a controversy about that emergency stuff, so I'll look that up and see maybe I shouldn't be taking it anymore. All right, thank you so much to Andrew Celery, too. I saw you all day. Thank you for all your posts. Showtime, Kay is here. Stevenson Etienne is here. Michelle Muir, T.S. Booger, what's up? Putsbury Doughboy, Putsbury, I like that one as well. And Protoman there as well, and the Piper. Say goodbye to a few guys there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what's not here. SMCI, so they're not here.
Shoot,
we do have Bearish versus Bulls here. Thank you very much. We have Rubicon. We've got Ostentatious Productions, Yumi, Andrew Chow. Nimrod here with the super chat. Thank you very much for the 69 shekel super chat. Your good vibes are the only pick-me-up today in this carnage of a day. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Nimrod. Thank you, John Adonis, Bird66, TS Booger, Celery 2, Mile High Momo, Adam DeLuce, and we'll stop here with Ham Bones. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. We'll be back tomorrow with NVIDIA earnings.
Yeah, make sure you join us live tomorrow. It's going to be a banger of a show. We're going to have Sharif here. We're going to have Adara here. It's going to be Murderers Row. Everyone's going to be here, man. Obi stays late every single day as well. NVIDIA's going to be absolutely huge. There's also Snowflake. I'm very, very excited for that. Will the market implode or not tomorrow? Adara, what do you think? Upside or downside?
I don't know what color I'm wearing yet, so I can't go.
Ooh, it's going to be a color thing. So check Adara tomorrow at 8:30. Make sure you join us all there. Thank you, Ramin, for staying late. And thank you to everybody. Thank you, Bears vs. Bulls, as well, for that. We really appreciate everything that you're doing. For Adara, I'm Sean. This is The Potato.
That is Pomfrey.
And these are French fries. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.